chelas, chingando tacos, having some fun. Chicano shuffle, all kinds of masa. Bernie's all nervous, give him a beer.
Or two.
Chicano shuffle, Esteve's an asshole, just lost some fans. Oh well, tough shit.
Tough shit.
Chicano shuffle, Ramon's el guapo, he tells good stories. Let's interrupt.
We will.
Chicano shuffle, we love our fan. We hope you like this. If not, oh well. Welcome back to another episode of Chicano Shuffle. This is Ramon.
Steves.
Fernando.
Y Mario.
And Mario. We got the producer in.
¿Quién es Mario?
Armado.
Mario's the landlord.
The landlord
The proprietor.
slash producer.
You're late with your rent.
Why are you sending me cash? I want a cash app. What is this cash shit? What are we, fucking...
What's that character of Mr. From Three's Company?
Oh, Mr. Not Bosley.
That's Charlie's Angels.
Furley.
Algo así, ¿no?
One of those.
Never mind.
So, welcome back to the last episode of Chicano Shuffle for 2019. And like Esteban pointed out, the decade, right?
Decade's done, bro.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
2020.
The 90s are over.
Yeah.
The Y2K's coming tomorrow.
The roaring 20s.
You're a few decade behind.
So how are we going to say it? The 2020, 2020?
Oh, just like...
Oh, 20?
It goes back to the 20s.
So we're just going to say 20s?
The new 20s?
Yeah, the 20s.
Shit, way.
The 10s, the 2000s, the 90s, the 80s.
Because we used to say 2019, right? I mean, is that pretty...
2019?
Yeah, now we could just say,
2020?
2020?
We could do the Barbara Walters.
Dub.
Dub.
The dove.
Dub. Let's do it.
Holy shit.
Yeah, you heard it first. Dub.
Dub. My cousin
Make it a trend.
My cousin was sending out something on WhatsApp that a suggestion is when you write the date, like for example, you're gonna put 1/1/20, write out the 2020 because a lot of people could do tranza with that. They could do 2019 or 2018 or 2000. They could backdate it. You know,
Shit.
for any legal document.
The Raza's already
legal document.
panicking.
Or anything, you know, like where that requires your signature, just put the full 2020 because it's easy to, you know, they could like, 2019 or even yourself, you know, si quieres hacer tranza, well, then you could do
Transeas tú
it.
solo.
Yeah, well, quieres transear algo, like, no, güey, aquí dice, this was copyrighted in 2019, cabrón.
Oh, well, you know what? Actually, that's a good point for copyright.
For copyrights, for any artist, for anybody, because they could, you know, they could screw somebody over, or you could screw somebody over. Depende.
No, I mean...
Or you could get screwed over, you know? So, si van a poner la fecha 20, pongan 2020.
True. I can see that.
You know, yeah, because I'm like, oh shit, think about that.
At first, I was kind of, when you were just talking about it, I was like, man, this guy is like...
He worries about everything.
Over panics.
Yeah.
Like,
I still think it's over panic.
If they're going to that level of effort, también, güey, yeah.
Yeah, that's
If they already took your document, they already fucking took it out of the trash or whatever. Güey.
Yeah. Hey, you got to be really shady for that, man.
But hay mucha gente que you got a lot to lose though, just in case. Like for example, you wrote something or you did something or you painted something and you put 20, and then somebody comes back and they're like, oh yeah, but look, you said, when did you say you did it? 2020? Oh, aquí dice 2019, cabrón.
Pero what's the use case?
I don't know, dude.
For that, güey?
Worst case scenario for that, what is...
You get a little shame on Instagram, güey.
Well, se pone a pelear con Mario Lopez, or the actor. Like, no, you see this painting, puto? This is mine. I did this one. You know, I don't know.
Do you guys have to copyright a painting?
You can, but those are like... That's more like an old school mentality. It's not... It's like, I mean, no matter what, all my paintings, I always put the year. And I always put like 2019. 20. I never put like...
The 18.
And most of the artists that I know usually put the whole year.
Yeah.
They won't put like the month or the day. They just put the year. And that's usually what I do. I'll put like M. Lopez 2019.
That's cool, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And for the most part, for the most artists that I know, they do the same thing. So it's if there's an artist out there and puts like, you know, freaking December 31st, 29. Es como,
Fucking chafa, mequetrefe.
yeah, apenas van empezando.
Fucking rookie.
That's a rookie move.
That's a
huh?
rookie move, man. That's a rookie move. Yeah.
No quiere vender, güey.
No. Apenas salió de la escuelita. Man.
Back to the Crayolas.
That's
güey.
gonna sit in the garage for a few years. That one.
Should have just left the day blank way, Paco.
Yeah. Oh, you know, and one thing, not to change this, well, it's sort of in the same subject, is I was on OfferUp looking for something, and I noticed there's people selling their artwork there.
Really?
And I looked it up. I mean, I saw something. I'm like, oh, that looks pretty cool. And I clicked it. And it's this girl. She's selling like her art there, like for $100, $200. And I'm going through the description. I'm like, oh crap, she's the artist.
Yeah.
And I'm like, throwing your art like on like OfferUp or Let It Go. For a second, I was like, that's not a bad idea. But then again, you know, you kind of step back, and I'm like, I think it's kind of cheapening your stuff a little bit, like your work.
Yeah, it's like a billboard attorney. It's like Sweet James. I saw this dude get Sweet James. Like if your back's fucked up, call Sweet James. And I was like, this guy represents.
But that's how people remember things. People don't look it up as much.
The ambulance attorneys, they used to call them.
I'm sure, but like if I was an attorney, I wouldn't want to be a billboard attorney. I think that's like, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, you cheapen yourself,
Yeah.
and it's like a lot of people always set me up. Not always, but for the most part, like if I'm at an event, like you should get a booth like at the Santa Fe Swap Meet or something. I'm like, nah, I feel like that.
Hey, it's crazy how people always, you got to do this, huh?
Oh yeah,
Like,
a lot of opinions.
you got to do something too. Like, what the fuck?
You get a lot of suggestions.
Oh, you guys should, for the podcast, we get the same shit. Oh, you guys should. You guys should.
You know what? Right now you mentioned that. I should probably even put like a little box, like suggestion box. You know, like, oh, just put it in the suggestion box.
And then have a shredder under it.
Yeah,
Like you put it in and go straight into the shredder.
And that shredder, the paper que sobra, makes something out of that. Like, this is the suggestion.
Too much negativity in there.
te pasaste,
Pinche Ramon, it was a joke, way.
And then you make something out of it, and then people are going to take it apart and make your fucking document back together with.
That's it. You're screwed, dude.
Está cabrón, güey. Imagine. Somebody did that. I forgot.
The shredder thing?
I saw it on the show.
Yeah,
I think it was Breaking Bad or one of them.
They
No,
do
Fargo.
that shit.
Es la de Ben Affleck, Argo.
No, maybe.
When when
There's
they're
a lot of
shredding the
movies,
documents, and then they get a bunch of the little kids and everything, and they're pasting it together to get the pictures of
There's a lot of
the
movies.
embassy employees.
There's a lot of pictures and movies and TV and the
Tedious. Wait,
You guys ever heard of Banksy? He's a street artist.
Yeah.
One of his paintings sold at one of those auctions.
Let
see
Go.
that?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it said Let Go.
No, he
The
had
girl with the balloon.
Yeah, he had
Oh, the
built.
classic.
Yeah, it was a little girl with the balloon. He built this frame with shred,
A shredder and
but nobody knew about that.
Yeah.
And then when it was like, okay, and as soon as it was like, okay, sold to so much for this much, you know, and they got it and they put it back like so they can see it, and then automatically, I don't know how, I don't know if it just started shredding it, and it shredded like halfway, and I was like, that is awesome.
Yeah, I saw that. I
fucked
think
up.
somebody was in the audience with the.
It had to be.
The clicker.
It had to be, because when they did that, I was like, man.
How do you feel about an artist like that, like Banksy? I mean, I know it's a different style, but
his is more like a stencil, you know, kind of art. It's totally different.
Well, it has to be like quick too, no? Because
and the thing that I think that's cool about him is that they still don't know what he looks like.
yeah,
You know, he's not the type that's like, oh, look at my, you know, look at me, you know, this is me, this is my stuff, me, which is, I think it's pretty cool because it kind of always keeps that mystery, you know?
yeah.
What was the name of the documentary? Through the turnstile or through the
Gift shop?
Through the gift shop.
Through the gift shop.
Exit through the gift shop.
Yeah, with
Mr. That French
Brainwash, Mr. Brainwash.
guy. He fucking took his style though.
He took everybody's style.
Yeah, I don't know.
The French guy, right?
Yeah. He was he would film everything, and then all of a sudden he wanted to be a street artist, and then he did this whole thing, and he made like millions.
was
And
there?
I was like, what an ass.
Well, the
man.
Banskis, they cut out the walls, way. Está cabrón, güey.
Oh, they have security. Fucking yeah.
They as soon as it comes up, fucking ya están los security, and dude comes with the saw and shit.
And there was a brick one. There was
What do you mean? Like they actually cut the wall? So
Like wherever he puts it up, someone calls dibs a volada, and like he says, they'll put like security while they get like a crew to come out to cut that piece of the wall.
Well, not someone, the owner of the building. Way.
Or the, normally,
owner,
way.
Who's going to pay? That's mine, way. It's like,
but you know,
somebody owns the
for
property.
For sure, like, you get someone that doesn't know que pedo, and you're like, hey, I'll take care of that graffiti
That's
for
like
you.
winning the lottery. Like, oh, man, it's on my wall.
Yeah.
Didn't he also do something like in New York, I think it was, he had someone, he did a lot of the original work, and I guess there was a guy in New York, like, put up a table, and he had his artwork out there, and people were passing by, they thought they were like prints. They thought they were prints, and they're like, how much? I don't know. And someone's all like, you know what? I want to take them I want to give some out to my kids or whatever. So she bought like 10 of them, I think it was.
For real cheap?
Yeah, very cheap.
Was it like the $5 one?
Yeah, the $5 or $10 one.
I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah.
No way.
So she bought them, and then there was people passing by and like, oh, that's pretty cool. They bought them, and then later on, I don't know if they find out or he tells them that they have original.
Yeah.
And it's just like, dude, those kids are set. Because if they sell one of those, there's like fucking fácil unos 5 millones.
Yeah.
I mean, they're up there, but my boss, my 2 bosses ago, I want to say, he bought Banksy, and it's probably half the size of that. And I think it was like 10 grand.
Shit,
and it's just the one with the helicopter and like abajo, no sé, tenía like a bow or something like that.
How long ago?
This was...
It's been a while back, no?
10
years?
years?
It was 2 bosses ago. That's how I remember. But I want to say maybe 6-7 years ago.
That's an investment.
Yeah, so, you know, they have... And besides, you know, this guy is pretty well off, so he has it in his living room. But I was like, you know, when he said, oh, yeah, it's a Banksy, and we just got it. I'm like original? He goes, yeah, I'm like...
Pues el pinche, the mother-in-law del Rivers, where she had a Picasso at her house.
Yeah, she had a Picasso.
Yeah, she lived in fucking like a really nice place in Malibu.
Oh, okay.
So she had like an original Picasso.
Because I mean, the family had a house in Hancock Park, right?
Yeah, they were pretty well
off. Yeah, because once I had like a print of the little Picasso, the little sketches.
Yeah.
You know, the little sketch, like napkin sketches used to do.
Yeah.
And they do little prints of them now. So teníamos, remember, when I was in a party, goes, oh yeah, oh shit, that's pretty cool. So Picasso's, yeah, my suegra has a real one. I was like,
I've seen it. Yeah, he had a real Picasso in the house where.
Yeah, está cabrón.
There's one. I don't know if it's a true story or not, but I heard that there's one where he was at a cafe or something.
Yeah, those are the napkins I'm talking about. He would pay with his little.
No. Well, this one, the story I heard that I don't know where in the Alps or somewhere, some other country where he was doing it, they pretty much traded that sketch on that napkin for like a small little castle. And I was like, but this is Picasso older, and everybody knows who it is. He knows it. And I was like, man, imagine you could just draw and be like, oh, I'm gonna get that house.
Toma, güey. Esta mi firma.
Toma, güey.
Like your own currency.
You remember the little sketches?
Here's my currency.
They're not much.
Awesome.
Those little sketches aren't much. They look like squiggles.
Yeah. But you know what? He actually, if you see his early stuff, like before he was Picasso, like when he was like actually still a student or right after being a student, he was drawing stuff like, well, painting stuff like you know, portraits and real life portraits, like really, really good. Like he actually paints really good. Well, painted really good.
What is he considered? What kind of style is he considered?
His is like abstract, but then again, it's he came up with like the cubism, the blue period stuff, and that kind of became like a genre, you know. Yeah. And people started like imitating his work, you know, like
always happens.
Yeah, and it's like you got your impressionisms, your realism, and all the isms you can think of.
Your Banky-isms.
Did you ever hear that story of that lady that found a Pollock at a Goodwill? And it's worth $5 million?
Oh, yeah.
No.
And she tried to take it to one of like the legit kind of dealers, like the auction houses. And they didn't want to bring her into the circle because she found it. Like she wasn't like...
It's not enough prestige.
She didn't buy it, or it wasn't inherited from her family. So
they didn't want to count it like as a...
They didn't want to count it as... And she got it DNA tested. And they found his fingerprints on it. And she presented him with the certification, and they were like, "No." And one of the guys was like, "But I'll give you $120,000 for it." And she was like, "Fuck that!" But it's a snobby industry when you get into those.
I think right? it's your little circles that it's hard to get into. Because I would love to show my stuff like like in an auction house and stuff like that. Like the drummer from Metallica,
Lars, yeah,
he did this huge abstract, ugly ass thing that you could tell like like if it was done by kindergarten. And it's probably the size of this whole wall.
Oh yeah, he had it in his living room.
And they they took it and they sold it for over $1 million. And I was like, just because it's Lars from Metallica, that's why it's. I want to have this because the drummer from Metallica painted it.
It's like
that's what it is.
The George Bush portraits. También.
It's like, man, really?
Isn't Pollock the one that did the one where there's a bunch of lines that looks like chaos?
Splatters.
That was his style. Yeah, it's like a splatter.
Oh, he does it. His are the splatter ones.
Yeah, his are splatters.
The random splatters.
What I'm thinking is, did you ever see the movie The Accountant?
The you're talking about like the German one that does like geometry looking ones. Like
no. It's just like a bunch of como que agarró los brushes y hizo un chingo de líneas.
Yeah.
It looks all splattered, but I remember seeing it in the movie The Accountant.
Yeah.
Ben Affleck had it on top, and it's just like
the Pollock.
Yeah, that's a Pollock, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jackson Pollock.
Yeah, the one that he leaves the girl.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Oh.
At the very end of the movie.
I read a story the other day about Robin Williams when he did Aladdin, when he did the voice of that
Genie.
He wanted to do it for his kids. So he's like, nah, just give me whatever, and they gave him $75,000 for that.
Well, he put a lot of conditions,
and they the movie blew up. And he was like, hey, what the fuck? Like, I want more money. And they gave him a Picasso to like, para que se calmara. Like part of the payment.
No, well, it's because he said...
Yeah, like,
Pero there was more to that story because se peleó with Disney for a long time. Not only because of the money, because he, like you said, he goes, I'll do it for my kids, way. It looks fucking chingon. Pero I don't want you to promote it with my name. I don't want to be a toy. He goes, he didn't want his name, like, not associated porque it's a cartoon, but he didn't want them to use his name to promote the movie, pues.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it would be a figure or be fucking them blasting his name on the poster, Robin Williams, así grande, and then the other little ones.
Yeah.
He goes, you put me up on the little letters también, pero don't blow it up, pues.
Yeah.
Don't use my name, and I want to be a monito. And they did both of them. Y por eso se enojó. So when they made a lot of money and they started using the name, it goes, I put in my contract, I didn't want you to do this, I didn't want you to do that. You did both of them. So now I want monies from the monitos and I want monies from I want a cut of the fucking thing. And they went to court and everything. Y también comienza este güey para calmarlo del Picasso, but he was like, no, se peleó for a long time with Disney because he just wanted to do it for his kids.
Yeah.
And that's why he did it cheap.
Yeah.
He goes, as long as you do this and this, I'll go like fucking the like standard rate or whatever.
Yeah.
And no, se lo chingaron, so he's like, fuck that.
Yeah.
Pero explícame, I've been trying to fucking ask this one way, porque you seen the banana with the fucking duct tape?
Oh, yeah.
They've sold like three or four of them, way, and you're like, what the fuck? A banana with the duct tape?
Yeah. It's all marketing, man.
I understand it's algo diferente, no? No,
it's all marketing, man, because obviously that is not art. I would say 99% of the people would agree, and that 1% is going to be like, oh, no, it's because it's got that meaning. You don't get it. It's like...
But I mean, it was literally like on the wall, right?
Yeah.
So to sell it, they have to take it off and put it on your wall, because I don't
or
understand.
cut off the wall.
No, because it was like a fucking gallery, no?
Yeah, no, they'll probably get it, take it out of the wall, and put it like in a box frame thing, glass.
And they sold like.
But won't the fucking banana rot?
Yeah.
I don't understand. It went for a chingo way.
Yeah.
And they sold more than one. Multiples.
Who's the artist? Who was the artist?
I don't even want to know. I didn't even try to figure out who the artist, because it's pointless, man. It's stuff like that for like me.
You saw that one, right? The fucking Plátano? Stupid shit.
Yeah, I saw it.
It's like you have to be extreme so people could be like, oh, yeah, it goes viral. And it's like.
But they overcomplicate it, like they do with songs, where they think, oh, this is what they. No, I didn't, dude. It's just fucking, hey, dude, we need a song to fill up this album. Let's fucking. Yeah. And people just like to overcomplicate. Oh, he used these colors for that. Or,
yeah.
Like, no way. But I guess it's left for the interpretation of the person that's
and
seen,
it's
right?
the same thing with any painting. The main thing is like I could title a painting a certain way, and somebody would if they don't know the title, be like, oh, I think it's because this means this, like the couple that I have, if I don't tell them what the name is, they're like, oh,
they'll come up with something.
Yeah, they'll say the whole story and everything. I'm like, oh, cool. And that's the whole point. The whole point is
sometimes that's the point, no? Yeah.
No, the whole point is to like everybody interprets it in their own way. And a friend of mine that I started painting with, I was taking a class in San Pedro just to get like the techniques. And this guy's a master painter. And he goes, there's only two things in painting. If you're doing those two things, if you're making the person think or the person smile when they're looking at it, then you did your job.
That's cool. I like that.
So if I show a painting at a place, y me fijo que they're like just looking at it, or somebody passes by and they're smiling, I was like, oh, this is, like I feel like, cool, I did my job. Even though if it doesn't sell, I'm like, okay, cool, I did my job. So
that's crazy, bro. Like I always remember the story of like we had the Pinchi Michi on.
Oh, Michelle.
And she said a story where that stuck out with me because it's like a reflection of like sometimes we judge a book, like they say,
before it's cover. Yeah.
She said that a woman came to her booth and was debating which magnet to buy, like a $5 magnet.
Yeah.
And like she was just like, I don't know which one to buy, and like if you would see it at face value, it's just some lady didn't want to spend that much money. She just wanted to spend $5 on it.
Yeah.
And that she explained to her that this was a reproduction of the big one, which was like $500 or $600.
Yeah.
And she ended up buying the fucking the painting.
Oh, the real one.
Yeah, dude.
She wouldn't buy the two magnets, but
and then it was just like,
pero más quiero uno.
Yeah. It was just pretty awesome, like to see like sometimes you don't know. It speaks to a person in a certain way that they're willing to spend what you guys ask for. I mean, I think some of the stuff, it's like, especially with the raza, no way, like, that's too much. No way. I mean, it's kind of hard to be.
No, and the thing is, with the things with raza is that.
Dilos, Mario, dilo.
No. The thing with raza is that on that part, a lot of them are not educated. They don't know. So they think it's like, it probably took them like 2 hours. Why am I going to pay that much?
Yeah.
And, pinches caras, yo les sabes, tráeme papel, yo te hago una.
And,
did it take you 2 hours?
No, and they think like there's been times when I'll take one or two originals in the booth, and the first thing they ask, like, oh, how much is this one? And before they say it, I think about it before, like, should I say it or not?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'll say it, que dicen. I'm like, oh, that one's like $800. Like that.
No way, bro.
Last I was like,
that sounds about right.
And they walk out, I was like,
sounds about right.
With a Gucci belt and fucking Jordans.
Pretty much, man. And their hat like barely on and to the side.
Gucci with 3 C's though, or 2 I's.
Yeah.
With the Pemex hat.
Así tilted, muy narquillo.
Muy narquillo.
The newer ones are like...
buckle with the, what do you call it?
La Villa?
AK-47.
Oh, shit.
De oro, yeah.
Hey, can you guys hear me? Because I can't hear myself.
Yeah, we could put the headphones up, bro.
Hey, fix my mic, man. Okay, there it goes.
Come on, bro. What do you think this is?
Yeah, man.
¿Ya te escuchas?
Yeah, mejor, hasta mejor.
Shit.
That's because we did a sound check, Mario, before.
We never used that other one.
Te vamos a poner una pista, güey. A ver que te eches una de 80, ¿eh? For to end the decade.
I can't take it no more, man. I get goosebumps.
He gets goosebumps, he says.
Se me enchina el chicloso.
These kind of goosebumps.
I know, right?
Oh,
it's cold. It's cold. I promise, it's cold.
I can't even
Parece pinche prune.
Hey, take your hands off your pocket.
¿No te gusta el pinche MP3 player heater, güey?
MP3 player heater.
Fucking A.
It's not hitting you, güey.
His Alexa heater, güey.
It's cozy.
Alexa, 75.
Fuck, somebody just went off. Yeah, so fucking...
Yeah, pinche raza está cabrón, güey.
Yeah, we've noticed that because we've had. I mean, we don't even have that much stuff, but I think we did an event over there in con el Big Paul, the lowrider one, and clarito y dice los precios.
No, they're like, hey, this is free.
Oh yeah, some of them, but ven clarito los precios, güey.
Be nice, way. Just allow them, just go. Looks free.
the sticker pack, 6 bottles, whatever. He's all like, hey, so can I get this for 4? I'm all like. Ay, dice, güey, 6 varos, güey.
What is this, the Rhodium?
Yeah. They want to haggle.
And that's the thing. And I don't know, man. It's like, I guess, that it's culture, I think. And
the thing is, because they're not educated about that part. Not saying that they're not educated, period. They're just, when it comes to like art or something like that.
Yeah, they don't.
What, in my experience, is that they're not educated. And some of them, when you kind of explain to them what's going on and how it happened and not, what it takes. Some of them would, actually like take their time and actually listen and learn from that. And then, and then a lot of my prints, I sign them and I number them. And they're like, well, why do you number them? Can I give one without like the numbers? And I'm like,
shit.
No. And then, you try to explain to them why.
Yeah, because you want to.
Yeah.
It's a limited series.
Yeah. And I go, every time I do one, I always print like 100 and that's it. After that's 100, it's like that. It's done. And then
it's good for you, good for me.
Yeah. So it's like, a lot of times it's like, or when they want to buy an original, they're like, I'll buy it, but can you not make prints so I could have the only one? I go, sure, I could do that, but it's going to cost you this much more.
Yeah.
That means I'm not going to be able to make money off of the prints because you're buying
exclusivity.
Yeah. So I'm like, but it's fine. I could do that, but you're looking at about another $2,000. And they're like, no, I think that's cool.
Make as many prints as you want.
You get many prints. Yeah, pretty much, So.
So since I'm the new owner, can I get a cut of every print you sell?
pretty much. Like
how much for me to make prints?
Yeah, and there's one that bought an original. He goes, it was a quick question. I don't know how this works, but does this mean like I own the image now? And I'm like, you own the painting,
shit,
but not the image. The image is still mine.
So my name's on.
I go, I'm not gonna repaint it because I don't. Every time I do a painting, I don't paint the same thing. I'll paint it once and that's it. But I do make prints. But once the original is gone, it's gone, and I won't paint another one. So that you got going. Other than that, if you want me not to do prints, then that's when I tell them like this is going to be this much more.
Yeah.
How about if you already made the prints? No, I mean,
la cajita.
They want the stock, right?
Yeah. How about if you, like, for ejemplo,
buy them out?
Like if I already made the prints and they're willing to pay that extra, then then that's fine. Then I won't make. If I already made prints, then I won't make any more prints.
Oh, but you let them know, like, hey, ya tengo hasta 100.
Yeah.
Ya están marcadas.
No,
ya
but
están
then
firmadas.
the thing is, when I do prints, I don't print 100. I print them like by 10s or 20s.
Oh, okay.
So, because también I don't want to like have too much, stock and just let it sit there. So.
Y también, if you have like a stack of 100, they go, pues, they should be cheaper, no? Because you have 100, but if you have a little stack of 10, quedan 10 or quedan 5, you're like, oh,
no. And then you get people who's like, hey, since I'm buying 2, can I get a pin for free? And I'm like, no.
Pinche Ramon.
No, I don't do that. Fuck you. I don't do that. I don't do that. I don't.
Why can't I get a pen for free?
I'm already buying 2.
No, yo no regateo. I don't haggle. I don't do none of that. I just, if it's out of my league or out of my price range or whatever, I'm like, all right, it's beautiful, but thank you, whatever, and I'll walk away.
Yeah. Usually
that's where either the vendor or the seller, whoever it is, like, hey, so wait a minute, so how much would you give me? I'm like, I can't make that decision because I don't know what you paid for it, and I don't want you to lose money because I understand that you still got to pay taxes.
Yeah.
The time that it costs you to get this merchandise or whatever it is, the gas, everything's included into this.
No, and don't get me wrong, I do give deals like
for that person. I still haggle.
No,
I don't lowball. I don't lowball, but I haggle.
Well, haggle is about lowballing.
Nah, I don't like to lowball either.
It's semantics.
No, because there's lowball. Lowball. We lowball como when you put your drill for, what was it, like $50-$60?
No, I put it for $40.
Someone want to give you
on
20.
the let go.
Yeah, and they want to give me 10 or 15
That's
bucks.
a lowball, you see?
Yeah.
Haggling 20,
Come on,
30.
bro, I just got one for 20. Why are you $40?
Overpriced.
Yeah, buy from the tweakers, bro. Doesn't caro.
That's what I'm saying. There's a difference between.
And I do give deals. Usually when that happens, I'm like, you know what? Usually I give deals when you buy 3 prints or more. If you buy 3, then I wouldn't mind, cutting you a deal like the pen. You could get it for half.
Yeah,
that's cool. I could do that. Oh, but I'm already buying 2, and I'm like, well, thank you, but no.
Appreciate it,
dude.
Yeah, that's the thing, and that's, I don't know, la raza doesn't.
Yeah, and there's been times that I don't know if she said enojan or whatever. They're like, never mind. Then I'm like, okay, never mind.
Fuck, bro.
Yeah, but I've taken some loss like that, but I'd rather lose that, that deal, but not my merchandise.
Yeah.
Or just the credibility or the el valor, the value of your work.
Yeah, and then the same thing with tattoos. When I do tattoos, there's some of them that are like, oh, but my homie does it for cheaper. And then go with your homie. Mm-hmm. This is my price. And it's sad to say, but it's raza, man. Sorry, man. You guys do that, and I get the best tippers that I have.
On the güeros.
Son los güeros.
Más.
Yeah.
La punta?
No, just the tip.
How much for just the tip?
No. I mean, there's been some of them that give me like, 40, 50. There's one time I got $100 tip and I'm like, hey, are you sure? Like, no,
The tattoo was $40.
Yeah, they gave me 100. So
He did that.
But
He erased the wife's the ex-wife's name. That's a solid, bro. Here's 100.
It just comes down to that, man. And it's just, I don't know if it's just the culture.
It's just a little bit, part of it, estamos quebrados too,
Yeah.
Pero, because even in our work way, when I used to work in Santa Monica, I used to get tips in Santa Monica. I think I got the how long was I here? 2 years, maybe? No, less than 2 years, like 18 months, something like that. Aquí, I got, I think in the whole time, one tip of like $20 with. Fucking once a month, maybe every 2-3 months.
Well, depending, it depends. There was one time that, dude, I was like
during Christmas, especially.
I was on it, dude.
In the holidays,
you got fucking every other job, or like once a day, you got like a $5, a $10, $20 tip. And
you guys are allowed to take it?
Well, as long as
allegedly, we allegedly took.
Doing what?
No.
Oh, never mind.
Cállate.
No, I think you're allowed because it's sometimes it's cultural también, where like the customer feels offended if you don't take it.
But you weren't supposed to cash, no? You can take a little gift.
You could take a gift card as long as it doesn't go over a value.
What I remember it wasn't cash. They can give you a little gift. It was under like $20 or something.
Yeah, and I guess now the new
I don't know what it is.
new code of conduct, it says no more than $100 value. You can't take like sporting event tickets. You can't take alcohol or wine that's valued.
Remember that dude got that pinche botellota he couldn't sell to anybody?
You could take la prima.
One compa got like
La gata.
around New Year's, he got like this big ass bottle of champagne. Like,
no way.
He fucking looked it up, fucking expensive way. It was a chingo way, big fucking botella. So he was trying to fucking sell it to everybody. Hey, wait, check it out right here. It's $800. Wait, give me 4. 4? I can't afford that champagne. We're going, bro.
Ni dos.
And he couldn't sell it. He had it for like years waiting until I guess he drank it with the familia. It was like an $800 bottle of fucking
the champagne one.
Champagne.
But like the paintings is different way. But the tattoos, if you don't have money, what are you doing getting tattoos way? I mean,
No, but you know what? It's
la gente está quebrada, but
and I don't get. I want to say it's rare when I get those because the majority of the time they're cool.
The majority of your customers are güeros then.
No. It's just a lot of returning customers.
Right away.
No.
Right? If you want a swastika.
Plus, I didn't even know you tip fucking...
Tattoos?
The fucking tattoos are weird way.
You tip them.
But you know how what the
tattoo
tips
etiquette.
The tips get weird way. Like, do you tip this one? Do you tip the Starbucks? Do you tip this other cabron? Everybody wants tips, way. So
there's a book out there.
Cabrón.
There's a book out there que se llama Etiquette for the Outlaws.
Okay.
And it kind of gives you like the breakdown of like when you go to a bar, what's the right tip? When you go to a tattoo shop, what's the right tip? When you go to like
a strip bar,
what's the right tip?
For the tattoo, what's the right tip? Where?
That's all up to you. There's no such thing, but it tells you like
well, because that's not a.
It's just different. It's just the normal tip for a tattoo usually that I've gotten is like $20.
Yeah,
that's the normal tip.
Okay, that's cool.
But that's like your standard, I guess you can say, because I've been doing it for almost 20 years. Or actually, I've been doing it for 20 years, and that's usually like the standard. Like it's $20, which is cool. But the majority of the time, I usually get a little bit more. So, and a lot of the.
Would a $10 tip be offensive to you?
No.
No
tip wouldn't be offensive tampoco. I don't expect it. Like I'm already, because tattoos ain't cheap to begin with.
Yeah.
So con eso, it's already like, they don't know that I'm already including it. But, they're like...
No, I just want to make sure because I guess, people want to be assholes, like waitresses. If someone wants to be asshole with a waitress, like a $200 dinner, le dejan $1 for the service, like here.
No, that's already an insult. That's
that's I asked one of them one time, I was like, hey, just curious, what's like the tip that I always have trouble with tip? And she told me just double the tax way. Just whatever the tax is, just double it and we're happy.
Yeah.
So that's what I've been doing, where I just double the tax.
Yeah. And then, for me, because I'm not in that same industry with waiters and stuff, but I still get tips. So every time when I tip like a waiter or waitress, whatever, I always over tip because I know the feeling también. It's cool when you get like, oh man, this is cool, you know? So I always try to do that. And it's funny because a lot of times my wife gets it now, but before she was like when we'll go somewhere or somewhere that she doesn't know that you tip. But why do nobody tips me for work. I go, your job is different, you know. She works with, families with kids with autism. You know?
Okay, yeah.
Like you go to families' home and, she kind of trains them like, and of course you're not going to ask for a tip.
Yeah.
That's the heck. But now she gets it now and
it's that scene of Reservoir Dogs. Did you ever see that movie?
I don't
Which
tip.
part?
The beginning of the movie Reservoir Dogs.
They're arguing about the tip, yeah.
Yeah, Steve Buscemi his character is Mr. Pink.
Yeah.
And there's a scene.
Well, why do I have to be Mr. Pink?
Exactly that one. But there's a whole dialogue about that.
I can't. It's been a while since I've seen.
I live the Japanese culture. I don't believe it's an insult.
But now they want you to tip them just for charging you in the fucking machine.
That's what I'm saying. It gets crazy.
Yeah, that I don't do.
Like
I don't do.
Wait, for just charging? What do you mean?
Like you put your card in and it says tip. I'm like, wait, you just charged me. Like,
you go to a little boutique, like a little coffee shop or something,
and you walk up to the counter.
Yeah, they have like that new. They have
the square thing. Yeah,
it's like a little fucking.
But I mean, like at a restaurant,
restaurant, anywhere,
like a coffee shop, a bistro, whatever.
Somewhere where you're paying in the front, where you order and you pay.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying earlier. That there's so many things now that I don't.
Yeah,
I don't mind tipping, and I understand the tipping. Even the waiters thing. Yeah, a long time ago, someone I knew was a waiter, and they told me the same thing. Just double the tax, and if you're paying with a card, it's nice if you go to 20% because then they're taking it out of my check. So I'm losing. I'm not getting the 15. I'm getting like 10.
Yeah.
So he goes, if you do 20, it helps me out a little bit. But he goes, just double the tax.
I didn't know that.
So I don't mind all the tipping. I just sometimes you don't know who you're supposed to tip, and if you're supposed to, how much am I supposed to tip you?
If you do a sit down or you're a sit down restaurant,
no, the restaurants I got, the restaurants I will.
If you're gonna do something where you're like, oh, I want that, and then you pay right there, and that's his tip, I'm like, nah.
They're like the to go ones, you go order like to go, like Olive Garden or something, you order to go, and then get a tip, and you're like, well, you didn't.
No, I don't even ask question. I'm like just like / signature.
Yeah, no,
that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on if I'm a customer that's a little like if I go get a tattoo and I'm too demanding. Like when I first started getting them, can you do that one per blue and then can you do this green? I learned that really quick. Like just fucking let the artist do whatever the fuck they want.
When they give me like free range, oh man, I'm like happy.
That's my mentality is like I want you guys to be fucking comfortable and happy.
And you get more in the zone. But when you get like, you know what? Can you add this? Oh, you know what? Can you do that? Can we do? You know what? Can you? Like. I'm like at that point. I'm like in my head. I'm thinking like a taxi driver. Fucking meters on.
Yeah.
What else do you want? Oh, sure, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, sure, all right.
Because también I saw a little algo se me bajó el este, but I saw a little series too, like on different tattoo artists where they're interviewing, and even that is kind of preference because some of them were saying like what you're saying. If someone comes in, just gives me free. I've come up with something and I'm in the zone. I can do chingon, me sale. It comes out even that much better.
Yeah.
But then there's like the other half that was saying, if you come in like with an idea, detailed exactly what you want, I'm more efficient because then I don't have to do any work. I just fucking show up. I fucking do it real quick.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you want.
I get that way.
So it was like 50-50, la neta.
But it's different. I see them as souvenirs way. I don't really care. Like I want this. Like people see like the consumer, they'll see it as like this is what I want. But I see them like as a souvenir. So if I want something from you. I want something from you. I don't want to tell you how to paint your painting, basically. So there's that element of tattoo world where people see it as like a souvenir.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't get it. There's a lot of people, like half of that, like you said, 50-50. Mm-hmm. The other 50% don't get it, and they're like they want something. Like a lot of times I'll get somebody that wants they want me to do a cover up, and they have this, and I'm like, you know what? Well, what theme did you want to go to? What is it you want to do? He goes, well, anything really that'll cover this up. And then I'll give him suggestions like, probably like floral or like koi fish, stuff like that can do a nice cover for that. oh, okay, we do a koi fish. Like, and can you draw one for me so I can see what I go? Shit. I'll do it when you're ready. In the day where we're gonna do it, I'm gonna draw it on you, like with Sharpie and everything. You can see because I have to go with the lines that you already have, which makes it a good cover up. I can't pre-draw it and try to stencil it on you, and it's not gonna flow. I go for cover ups. I gotta do it on the spot and work with the lines you already have. This way, it makes a good cover up. Oh, so you can't draw it? I'm like.
Shit.
But I mean, it's the artist to pick. I mean, no, like you should, like Esteban, like he says, he shows up, he knows I want something from this guy.
Yeah.
Because this guy comes up with something. He's
a good
chingon.
black and gray guy, or this guy's good fucking Japanese.
Yeah, and so all you can say is like, I want some cool koi fish. How? Whatever you want, but just koi fish.
Yeah.
Then for me, it would be like, okay, cool. I know what to do.
Yeah. You just need to take the measurements and that's it.
Yeah. And a lot of stuff, like when it's stuff like that, the only time I really stencil is like if I'm doing like portraits. Yeah. Obviously, because they got to look exactly the same. Yeah. Or when I'm doing like some of the letterings, I'll stencil that. But other than that, like anything like animals or flowers or cherry blossom tree, that I usually like to go freehand. Get a Sharpie and just draw it on you. You can see the layout, how it's gonna look like. And then from there, you give me the thumbs up, like, yeah, like that. Cool. And then I'll just go at it, Yeah. And that's usually how I like doing more freehand than stencil stuff. Because then it flows better. Yeah. Because not every place where you do a stencil is going to flow. You do it in the arm where your arm is not flat. It's got so many curves that a stencil might not get the curves, Like, no se ve bien, because you pre-drew it on you drew it on a flat surface, yeah. And once you put it on a curved surface, because it's not even perfectly cylinder, you got dips and everything. So it's got to flow better when you do it freehand. And it just and that just comes with time and practice. I mean,
I thought you were gonna say my arms are flabby. Qué cruel.
So is there really a like? I mean, you've heard this way. Don't get names because it's the curse. Yeah. If you get somebody's name. Is that a real fucking thing or?
It's a myth, dude. It's a myth. I got my wife's name on me for our 12th anniversary, and when I got home, I showed her, and she's like, "Why did you do that? You're gonna jinx us." And I'm like, that was on our 12th anniversary. This year we'll be celebrating our 25th.
Damn, dude.
So for you, it was strong. A blessing.
But I think it's probably like you use it as leverage. Like, well, what the fuck? I got your name tattooed. And that's where the
pedos que no te quiero.
Yeah. But you were fucking my sister. But I got your name tattooed.
Hey, we're there.
No tampoco.
It's got the last name.
No sean cochinos.
Oh shit.
No, but it's stuff like that. It's a myth, man. And it's if you're thinking of like breaking up down the road and you have that in mind, and I can't hear myself. But anyways.
But if you see a chamaco like 18 come in, you gotta talk them out of it, no?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And anybody young and it's more of a girlfriend thing, I usually try to talk them out of it. Yeah. If it's your wife and you've been there, you guys have been in a relationship for a while and you have kids. Oh, cool. Okay. No worries.
Do you tell them in front of the girl? Like, hey, I don't know. Or you put them to the side? Like...
No. I'll tell them straight out. Because I'm like, either one of you. I'll just say, like, either one of you. You guys want to do that.
It turns into a lecture.
Yeah, pretty much. Like a counselor right there, dude. That's an extra fee right there.
Shit, boomer.
Calm down, boomer.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hey, have your kids thought about this?
How's your 401k looking? I mean, it looks a little light right now. Just think about it.
Yeah. No, and and a lot of times it's like, because I've been doing it for so long, it's not about the money no more. It's about like I won't tattoo anybody's on the face. I won't tattoo on the skull, whatever.
Is the face, if they have their shit together, you still wouldn't do it. Like they have a business, it's not gonna really affect them. Like you still wouldn't do it.
No.
Que fuera pinche el de Blink-182, ¿cómo se llama? Travis Barker. Que te venga y te diga, hey.
O el Post Malone.
Well, you know what?
I'm a rapper and I need it for the clout.
No.
I just dropped a song on SoundCloud, bro. I need a face tattoo.
Yeah, no. But if it's, say a celeb like that already has something like that, of course I'm going to jump for it, But anybody else that
right away they get all the benefits.
Yeah, bro, they got their shit together.
Yeah. No, then
you gotta be celebrity or güero.
Wait, but how marketing? I mean, it's always everywhere.
Anybody else is like, because I've gotten hit up for like, no, well, I'm gonna pay you anyways. I'm like, yeah, but that's not, and it's just something that I know, like, I really believe that that's something you're gonna regret down the road, and I don't want to be part of it. That's really what it is.
That's
how far would you go? Like the neck?
I'll do the neck, and that's as far as I would go.
And the jawline, below the jawline, ya valió.
Yeah, well,
the papada good.
Yeah, I mean the neck is fine, but like already getting to the face or on those, in your dome or anything, like, nah. That's
what if I go with you and I do my neck and then I just start going like this?
You tilt the head.
Yeah, I thought you didn't do face tattoos.
Hey, they're like this, and I'll be
like, oh shit!
Look at fighting the whole time.
So Mario, ya viene el año nuevo. 2020.
A lo que venimos.
No.
Enough with this tattoo talk. I don't have any.
I know. Any more tattoo questions?
I could care less, he says. Too old for that shit.
I want to keep going.
Okay, I got a clean canvas, way. No. Before we started, you brought up a good topic. Y nos agarramos platicando, and then they're like, hey, why don't you just sit down and let's talk about
Les
this.
gustó.
It was an interesting topic.
Nos antojó.
So you brought up because you asked like, hey, what are you guys going to talk about today? We're like, we don't know.
No, de metiche. Hey,
no. I know, right away. Hey, ¿quieren ideas?
Hey, he had his microphone in his hand. By the way, that little
I'm pretend I'm talking. Oh, you want me to join it?
I have my microphone because I do karaoke.
It was inside his jacket. Oh, this is here.
Oh, this mic. Yeah.
Oh, shit, what bothered me?
I wore this jacket last week when I went to the karaoke. I must have left it in there.
Yeah, Bernie was like, so we connected. I'm like, ya lo conecté, güey.
So we connected.
So you were bringing up, like you I guess the way you asked the questions are like, hey, are you guys gonna talk about goals? And I told you, we don't believe in that shit. We don't do that.
Yeah.
We don't talk about, but it was more resolutions what I was going with.
Yeah.
But when you brought up goals, I'm like, okay, maybe that's
different.
That's a little different.
Yeah, because goals and resolutions I think they're two totally different things. Resolutions are usually stuff that I think people are gonna fail.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a
given way.
It's like a temporary thing, and this year I got to do this. Yeah. But
my resolution is to fucking make more money. Fucking.
This is when the gyms make their bank right now.
Mm-hmm. Everybody signs up, man.
Yeah, everybody signs up. But and when I was showing you, it was more like goals that you want to accomplish for this year, because like I said, like a year from now, you don't want to be in the same little spot where you're like, man, I did the exactly same thing I did last year. Mm-hmm. And that's what I don't want to get to where I feel like, okay, I did okay, but I'm still in the same spot, And like I said, I've had this place for a few years and I've never utilized it, I think, the proper way.
You haven't used it to its full capacity.
Yeah, and it's got, potential for, financial things, like the good point with the app you were showing me about renting the space, and that really got me thinking about it. And I'm like, man, that's another way to bring in money, and hopefully if that works, that could probably even pay this off, and I could start worrying about other things,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, that's why today I started writing my my goals. And I put stuff that I really want to accomplish this year, and stuff that I've been working since last year, which I know I could have done if I would have written it down or have a
deadline.
Yeah, have a deadline and actually, do it. And I even bought a little, like pretty much a vision.
I saw that. Yeah, that was cool.
You're in full New Year's mode. New Year.
Yeah, and that's how and it's a weekly thing.
Yeah. He hit up the resolution section at Barnes & Noble.
This is when all these little calendars make their business too.
The whiteboards.
Es que lo tienes muy lejos, güey, con te alejas.
Bueno, ok, ahí está. Así voy a hablar. Bueno, pues.
I'm going to have to fucking take you down, güey, no mames.
Sorry, guys. Chenta's in the house.
It's because, that mic you have to be closer to, güey, than these, güey.
Okay.
That one you have to be a little closer to, Simon. Yeah. You gotta give it a nice lambida, güey.
A nice tug.
if you're not talking and your tongue's not touching away, that's too far.
Well, I can't hear myself anymore, but anyways. Oh, there he goes. I can hear myself now.
Oh,
there he goes.
Oh, you know what it is?
Goes.
We gave him the wrong headphone. We gave him
that one doesn't work?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Oh, there he goes. I don't hear him.
Oh, maybe Nain está conectado. No. Pausa. Mini pausa. Hold on.
A ver, hay otro. Or is it that one? A ver.
Right now, it's perfect time to go to your get your
switch.
Get your caca done.
You know, but so when you were bringing up all these, and me pasaste tu libreta, güey, and I was looking at it, and there was like some things right there that you didn't go too far off. You didn't go too extreme in the sense like you're not setting yourself up for failure.
Yeah, like impossible stuff.
Yes.
Like, oh man, it's got a miracle to do that, you know?
Yeah. So con eso, like, it kind of like
you kind of saw what I was trying to explain.
Yeah.
Right?
Definitely.
Because when you say like, oh, we didn't believe in that stuff, and I was like, for a second, I was like, how do you guys? It's just structure. That's all it is.
Yeah, and the thing is, and it's because it's the whole resolution. You know, like everybody's all like,
yeah, mero, dude. I was almost judging. How do you guys function?
I know.
I don't know, bro. You're over in the garage.
You know, so fucking. And then all of this is it's doable. Like when you have right there, because you also put dates and you put you put a month.
Yeah.
You put a month, and not an actual date, but you did put like a month by March, by June, by February.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, so I'm all like, okay, so I'm looking at, and then some of them you left them without a date because it's like,
the ones that I left without a date are stuff that would take me like a week to do.
Oh,
it's just doing it.
Yeah.
But it's only put dates. You know, like to rent a space. That means just going into that app.
Pure space.
Yeah. Going into that space. And sí te escucho.
All right.
Is that better, bro?
Oh, way better, dude.
All right.
I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah, man. You give me like the dale esos.
El chafa.
Si sirve o no.
Estuvo rápido el asunto.
Esos headphones que andan rodando por ahí.
Yeah, esos.
But like the rent, the pure space.
It's like an Airbnb for business.
Yeah, and I could do that like within a few days or even a day. I could probably have that already handled.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see how the inside of that works. Right? Yeah, we were thinking of doing that también. Right?
Yeah, we wanted to do that this New Year, but there's another one too that they're now with the maybe in Whittier works as well. I think it works better like in stuff in downtown, but there's another one similar to that does for pop-ups, like when you want to put up a little store. A little shop thing for like a week or a month. Yeah. So instead of like a day or a night, you do it for like a week or like a month. And then they set up whatever, the little pop-up store, whatever, the pennies or the shirts.
Yeah.
For like a month or whatever. There's another website for that.
I do see that a lot of that happening. Like if I'm going through Facebook, you'll see a lot of like, oh, we're doing a pop-up taco stand right here at this place. Or we're doing a pop-up of, artwork at this spot, you know? It's just little pop-ups for that day. And I could see that, happening también. Somebody asked me recently if they can use this place for an art show. And but now everything that I do is like, I got to do it. I can't do it no more as like, oh, it's for charities and that. And I honestly don't have time because I've done so many charities and I've given away a lot of stuff. And the benefit of that to me is like, man, I don't, I start losing money. I'm giving stuff up that I paid for that I can't see, and I know it sounds kind of bad.
That's a donation, Mario.
Nah, but that's a good point.
It sounds bad, but you know what?
Pay rent.
You do, yeah, because even though I do that, it's like ellos no me van a pagar el bill
or la pintura or the material that goes into this.
But I mean, depends what it is, because like say you do. They have one of those, those schools or whatever, sometimes have those little auction mamadas, whatever, and people donate stuff.
Yeah.
Sometimes ahí te sale una venta, como está diciendo este güey, you don't know. Like the lady looking at the magnets, way. They you give that away and they go, oh shit, that's pretty nice. Fucking, ¿qué más tiene el vato? So maybe not, pero no se sabe,
Well, like I said, I've done quite a few.
Y no te salió.
Y nunca me ha salido nada así.
There's the wrong
so
ones.
I feel like, oh man, it's cool. I want to make sure I try to give.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, it's like, man, I'm losing too much, and I'm not seeing nothing in return.
And there's another argument to be made. Should we be expecting something in return, Wayne?
But you shouldn't. But then again, it's like your bills got to get paid, man.
I'm with you. Where that's one of mine for next year is to say no more.
Yeah, you gotta find a way. You gotta learn how to say no.
Yeah, then people don't really take that into consideration.
Yeah,
they think you have to say yes to everything.
Yeah,
no, Stefan already says no to a lot.
Yeah, and I'm doing more next year because time's valuable, dude.
Oh fuck!
Yeah, I'm serious.
No,
I know we're not saying that you're not, but it's just like fuck.
But it's what's more selfish, to say no or for that person to expect for me to be there at their shit? Like, what's more selfish?
But I understand what you're saying, though.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a catch-22.
Is it more selfish for me to say no or for you to want me to be at that thing that I see no benefit in me at all?
Yeah.
But it comes down to like what you're saying. There's a value. You have to learn to like value your time, like know what your time is worth.
Yeah.
So and a veces pues the math just doesn't add up, boy.
No. Yeah.
Doing that one thing or this other thing over something else just doesn't balance.
And I guess right now I think that way because right now I'm not at the financial comfort zone where I'm like, oh no, I don't mind doing it.
Yeah.
Right now I'm still struggling.
That buffer.
I'm still struggling. I gotta like we were talking earlier, this is my my means. This is how I make money.
The bread and butter.
And I got to hustle every time. And I can't stop and be like, oh, I'll donate some time. I can't because then I'll fall behind.
You're not at that stage where you're comfortable or like you can say, you know what, I could donate this because I already have.
I'm good. Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's totally doable.
So maybe down the line, down the road, if once I'm like a little bit more financially stable where I could be like, all right, this is cool. A lot of the stuff that I'm doing is paying off. And because I have this and then I have my house, I have my car, I got bills, Todo eso,
and then you have kids in college?
2 boys. No, they already, they were going to college, but they kind of took a break. So they're both working.
Okay.
So they're paying their own bills, their own car and everything. So it's just me and the wife, and my wife works. So if it wasn't
casa, ¿no? Está cabrón.
Yeah, and then if it wasn't for my wife too, that's she's basically the breadwinner right now, and if it wasn't for her, man, a lot of this would be
not possible.
Yeah. So I gotta give her props.
Shout out.
I know.
That's important, dude. A lot of people don't realize the importance of having a really supportive partner.
Yeah. So by doing this year will be my 4th year doing this full time. Once I got laid off 3 years ago, my boys were already out of high school. And that's when I told the wife, I was like, I'm going to do this full time now. One of the biggest reasons why I kept, my 9 to 5 was because the boys were still in high school and por cualquier cosa, and now they're pretty much,
they're adults,
independent, They live at home still, but they pay their own phone, they pay their own gas or insurance and all that. So we don't worry about that part. It's just right now, me and her is like, we gotta like do what we gotta do. So, but like I said, going back, it's the charity thing is like, I don't.
Well, yeah, it doesn't make sense. Like
for right now, no, it doesn't.
In that situation, doesn't make sense with.
And you know what? And it's good because at least whoever's listening right here, they'll have an idea because who knows? Maybe someone's like, oh, that's pretty douchey. But they're like, oh, all right. Okay, now I see that point because they don't really get, people don't get that other aspect.
Part of it.
The other aspect. They just say like, oh, this fucking guy doesn't want to help out or a charity or whatever. It's not that. It's not that I don't want to help out. I could help out, maybe donate time. But one of my paintings or one of my work, that's income that I need.
It's because you got to think about it like us pobres way. Like if I can't give $100 to, I'd say I like some organization. I don't have $100 to give them way. His $100 instead of $100, it's his painting. Pues I can make money off. I can make $100 off this to pay what I need to pay because I'm going to need those $100, or I can give them to you. In the same way, I don't have the money to give it in cash. I don't have it to give it to you as a painting because I need the revenue from that painting.
That's why I started that startup, Lopez Foundation. So if anybody wants to donate,
you're gonna be like Trump buying fucking personal shit with you. He's got a GoFundMe page.
Nah. But but going back to the goals is like
which of your goals? Why don't you read off your goals?
It looks like it's a Mormon Bible.
I know. He's gonna talk about
a little St. James Bible right there.
It's 2020 goals.
You and Ramon are made for each other.
I know.
No, I'm not.
His is bigger.
I'm not his type.
But his is more girthy.
Shit, well, you guys were roommates, so I don't know.
That's why he sat me next to him.
Que le enlaceabas el pelo.
Cabrón.
Le enlaceabas el pelo, ¿no?
Que cuando se ponía frío, the cut on, for warm, bro, for warm.
That's survival.
I'm a spooner.
All right, dale.
Anyways, okay, like one of the goals is like I've been working on a documentary.
Okay.
I think I talked to you guys about that last time. Was it's just basically showing like my work and what I've done and the people I've collaborated with. And I started that last year thinking that I was going to finish it by the end of the year. And, I was just putting it off like, I'll do it later. The year's done and I haven't finished it. So now writing it down and putting it on a board and putting a deadline, now I feel like, okay, now I'm going to accomplish this. And same thing with my paintings. I'm doing a series right now of paintings, and I was thinking I was going to be done by the end of the year también, and I didn't. Mm. And I just lost track of like time and structure, to be honest. So now I want to like pretty much revamp all that and start making everything structured. Like I have to do this at this certain time and then jump into the other one, like that, those two things. And then I have a comic book art event that I want to do in June and collaborate with the comic book store.
Right next
door. And we're trying to set that up for in the summer. That's another goal. Rent the space again. A graphic novel that I've been working on with a buddy of mine. He's helping me. I wrote the whole story and I gave it to him and he rewrote it. And the way he rewrote it was like, he brought it back and it looks like a movie script. And I'm like, dude, this is awesome. I can actually work off this. And I'm not a writer. So, and he puts, all these nice fancy words and everything. And, I was kind of like, and the cat went to the ground and, I can't.
So the feline.
He went to college or
I went to college too, fool. Not for writing, but more visual.
It's not showing, eh?
He wants to put basically every paragraph.
Basically. And then the cat basically jumped on top.
A lot of the things you said is things that you said that you should have done, or what is it that's distracting you? What's taking up your time that's not letting you accomplish these goals?
It's just distractions. I'll start doing something and then I'll get distracted doing something else, or I'll get on my phone and go to like on social media and forget it. You get stuck right there. Yeah. So I want to get to that point where
time warp,
where actually I want to time myself, like when I wake up or something, like put a timer, like, okay, 20 minutes only on social media.
I think your phones have it built in now.
I know.
I have the 30 minutes on Instagram, and as soon as 30 minutes are up, it locks me out.
On Instagram?
Yeah. You can, every app, you set up a timer. And it gives you, as soon as you're on it, and it says you got 5 minutes left, so you do all the shit you got to do, and then it locks you out. And it gives you the option to say, fuck you, I want to go back. Yeah. But that's on
you. Then you're doing it.
That's on you.
Yeah, and that's what I want to start doing. Like, I want to time it where I'm like, all right, done. Now get to work. Yeah. So it's little structure like that. He likes to play foot.
No, man.
You have a foot fetish, huh?
No, because there's was it YouTube or something? There's some dude that does a graphic arts thing, has a whole thing. Yeah. But he talks mostly about the business end of it. He has, like you're saying, like a structure, like a schedule. He goes, so in the morning I wake up, I take care of whatever I have on like social media real quick. And then he goes, I don't touch that into the end of the day. Yeah. While I'm waiting for like my dinner to be done or whatever, or I'm waiting for a table or something. he has a bunch of shortcuts already for like all his hashtags and everything.
Yeah.
So he knocks it all out in Chinga. He answers as much as same thing goes. I take 5-10 minutes. I forgot how much he said, but he gets a little block of time and it's dedicated for the Instagram, Facebook, whatever Twitter he has. Answers as much as he can, likes as much as he can, has his hashtags like shortcuts built in, does all that, and then that's it. So like 20 minutes over like 2 little things.
I mean, if you want to get even more hardcore with it, there's I've been looking at them too. There's power supplies that are on a timer. So as every time at a certain
no, it's true.
Your Wi-Fi, your TV goes out.
Yeah.
And then you can't.
It's like that timer you put on the Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Like click.
That's too harsh.
Turns off.
I mean.
No, but it's just little stuff like that I need to. I think that's what distracted me this 2019. That it's. I couldn't finish stuff because I would get distracted with that, and I'm like, all right, I've been on it for like a few hours, and I'm like, I'm hungry now. Now I'm gonna go eat, and then at the end of the day, I'm like, I'll get it, and I'll do like 2 strokes on the brushes, and ya me cansé. You know?
Not only that, but it doesn't help that I saw that you were playing video games. As soon as you come in, you play the arcade.
Yeah, if you want to donate,
you guys want to see
the Chicano Shuffle Foundation.
You guys want to see how I start off my day? This is a wild.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, chingon must be nice.
Yeah. Well, I mean, usually like if I get here in the morning, that's the whole reason I got it. It's like I'll come in and I'll do one. Yeah. Kind of like
the reflex.
Good for your mind, dude.
And only that, the wrist action.
Instagram's fucking addicting, dude.
Yeah, it is. Because then you see something.
For your mind,
it's addicting, bro.
Fuck. And then you see like I follow a lot of artists and a lot of art stuff, and then I'll see like an art piece and it says like artist so and so. And then I'll go into there, and then I start looking at their stuff.
Yeah, you start.
And I'm like, and then they put something else, and I'm like, it's a different style. And then that artist like, oh, this was by my friend Art, whatever. And I look, and then I go into this, and then I start looking.
That's crazy.
Y ahí se me va like horas, So, you know exactly what I mean. So it's like,
and then we put it under networking, like that's the excuse for us to go.
Yeah, we were networking. We didn't even meet anybody. So
we didn't even slide into no DMs.
Yeah. So the whole point for me looking at Instagram. And a lot of people that I follow are just like these big artists, and it's just more of a motivational thing. Like, that looks awesome, Yeah, I feel like painting,
Yeah.
So that's the main thing. But you get trapped in it. You're like, man, this is cool. Oh, this is cool. Oh, this is cool. And that's one thing that's good. You told me about the timer thing, and now I'm gonna look into it.
Yeah, no, it's right there.
So
dude.
And this guy knows everything.
We talked about it before.
All the apps have. You can set up any timer.
Yeah, the Apple ones have it. And
you put how much minutes you want on
money,
it.
¿Cuánto por el tip?
Just fucking. I mean, I put 30 minutes. I mean, surprisingly, you can do a lot in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't even need that much for the tip, eh?
But it adds up.
Let's continue talking about.
This is not Bernie, dude.
Well, what'd you give him to drink, dude?
I don't know. ¿Qué le diste?
Like he's having his own little Patreon podcast over here.
Coffee,
Are you over here, bro?
El coffee, pero chingón.
I'm like, wow.
Tiene frío. ¿Por qué no le por tal vez
El
tiene
calentón.
frío? Siri, point it at Fernie.
Yeah, I think that's like an incense thing right there.
¿Y qué más tienes tú, Mario?
The other one is I buy a lot of art magazines. Juxtapose, High Fruitras.
I don't know there's that many.
There's a crap load of art magazines. And my goal was to start emailing these people, like these magazine people, and like, how do I put my art there? How do I do, just keep bugging them. Did I do it this year, like 2019? No, I didn't even do it once. So a buddy of mine was telling me, he goes, he's the one that kind of like got me into the goals thing, and we were talking earlier. And he goes, you consider those as sales calls. Basically, you're calling all these art magazines like, how do I get my stuff in there? And, make that like on Tuesdays, that's what you do. Call all these people and just bombard them with like on their emails, like, this is my work, this is some samples, how do I get my stuff in? And obviously out of 100, one will probably grab on and catch it. And that's how the snowball effect starts. One magazine starts, and now you can say like, oh yeah, I was published with this magazine, check out my stuff. And, and then so on and so on. And that's another thing that's part of the goals for 2020 is doing that. And then, my website is finally up. It's up. You can see all my stuff, but you still can't buy stuff because, Dan is actually working on my website. And then the other last thing is doing a YouTube channel.
Okay.
I've been wanting to do that forever, man. And, I already have a YouTube channel, but I only have like 2 things in there that I've done, like time-lapse stuff, like drawing stuff. But no digo nada. So this one, I want to make it where like, almost like a tutorial kind of stuff. Like this is, like a certain painting, or if I'm carving something, or if I'm doing a sculpture, or, like I want to start doing that once a week. Like once a week, this is what I put on there,
Hey, well, if you want to start on stuff, we got a couple of stuff and logos for the Chicano Shuffle you can use as tutorials, like.
we got some work.
Any way to get some free work in there?
No. It helps you out.
That's his style, bro.
We're just helping you.
It's networking, that's it.
The Chicano Shuffle Foundation.
Yeah, like, this is a piece that, I'm going to, show you guys if I fuck it up, well, I fuck it up, but.
It's only Chicano Shuffle.
Yeah, ahí está.
It goes for the hungry children in South Central and Montebello and Linwood.
I got to scroll through like 100 AC Slater videos before I find your...
Oh, thanks, man.
Your Mario Lopez.
You got to go Mario Lopez Art.
Extra, be extra. Yeah, Mario Lopez extra. No, that's not him.
You gotta
Mario Lopez racist rant. Yeah. Mario Lopez had a Chile slip.
A little tip.
Mario Lopez and the Bermudas.
Hey, that's the homie, man. That's the homie, man.
What was it? He was homophobic, or what was it?
No, he was talking about children. So, what was it?
I forgot what it was, but he got into some shit.
Right? Yeah, like I guess what he was saying is like, let children be children before you start, assigning genders or gender likings to them or something like that. I might be.
What? Say that again.
With Mario Lopez, I guess he got in trouble because he said, I don't know if it was about, I guess they asked him what about their child came out or something.
I don't know. They didn't know what the gender was. Or
before you assign them a label, something. Yeah,
before you assign them, what are their likes? Whether they're gonna like girls or they're gonna like guys, or I guess he's like,
he's like 10. They're 10.
Let them be children type of deal. I guess
no, because he's pretty religious. He's like
Christian.
Yeah, Christian or Catholic. I think he's Catholic.
He's Catholic.
Yeah, because he's always showing like pictures of like him and his family at church.
No shit.
Yeah. So and I can see that, and it's true. I mean, I see all the.
Me
vale madre, man. I say what I think, man, and
keep it old school.
You don't have to agree with me. This is just my opinion.
Speaking to the camera right there.
Like I said, you don't have to agree with
Mario
me.
Lopez Art at gmail.com.
His information, I don't know if it comes up, but
with his best friend Ramon right here that agrees with him.
Check the libretas.
Yeah, we DM.
So, yeah, I honestly, if the gender thing is like, I think they overdid it already, man. And it's just like a trend thing. It's just one of like the in thing. And I don't agree with it. If, like, who's the parent, If your 10-year-old kid is saying, like, oh, I don't know what I am, it's because they learned it from you, or you letting them watch, all this, internet stuff, unsupervised. At the end of it, it becomes the parent's fault, And then it goes back to the discipline part of the kids, the ones that, like right now, like the kids that pretty much yell at the parent, and they're the shot callers, not the parents. That's the parent fault.
I want them to express themselves.
Yeah, no. Con otros, like growing up for me is like, and I'm sure for you guys, I'm pretty.
Toma.
Yeah, you speak up like that, and you don't cross that line again.
And again, we were raised differently. And
the right way, I would say.
Well. Yes,
it's debatable.
It's debatable, but because there's still scars.
So.
No. Yeah, no.
There's still scars of what our parents might have done to us that maybe for us it affected us, or is still lingering.
One thing is abuse.
Yeah, or not only that, but el maltrato, like certain words or phrases, or like te pendejé, the put downs.
Yeah, and that's. I mean, and I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about where you deserved it.
Yeah, like una pinche una buena nalgada.
Yeah, I told my grandma. I think Yeah,
and I'm with you.
I told my grandma, like, I must have been like 8 or 9, and I said, "Fuck you." And my dad, he beat the shit out of me. Mm-hmm. And as an adult, I'm like, "Hey, I deserved it." Yeah. As a kid, you're like, Like, you're crying and you're like, I hope he gets run over by a truck. Everybody.
I just wanted to run away.
Where's Lola la trailera when you need her?
O los Almadas, dude. Like,
andaba de caliente con el pinche Sergio Goyri.
Remember, Mario Lopez Art
at gmail.com.
It's this crazy times, dude. I mean, do you feel like a kid should have like a male and female like role model? Do you think that structure is ideal for like a kid being raised? Or because I know a lot of people say, you don't need a male, like two females can raise a kid, or
two guys can raise a
two
kid.
guys. Like, do you guys feel like you need that balance between parents?
If you look at today's times and times from back then, way, way different, man. Back then was it goes back to where the kid would get in trouble at school and the parents will school the kid. Yeah. Now it's like the kid gets in trouble. Now the parents school the freaking teacher.
Yeah.
Why are you screaming at my kid like that? Why do you treat him that way?
Yeah.
How come you're not fair with him? And back then it was like, no, you're screwed, man. You're the kid. The adult, is...
Manda.
It kind of... There was a... ¿Cómo te digo? There was accountability back in the day.
Yeah, exactly.
Like if you fucked up and the teacher called your parents, you dreaded that fucking phone call.
Oh, yeah.
Or like, you did something and you're like, when you get home and you're like, if that phone rings, I know it's going to be the school.
Yeah.
Or it's going to be the
teacher. You're already putting magazines inside your pants and your legs.
And that's the thing. It wasn't maybe... It was a little bit of fear, but también it was just like, I fucked up, I got caught, now I'm going to pay for it.
Yeah.
Type of deal. There was accountability. There was, was a, como I say, for every action, there's a fucking reaction.
Physics.
Yeah.
Consequences. There was consequences.
But I think, to answer his question, at least my point of view, I don't think it matters if you have one or the other or both, because a lot of us had one and the other one wasn't even there to begin with.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think it depends more who you have,
but I think
how many you have, or what, if it's a mom and a dad, or a mom and a mom, or a dad. It depends who that person is, opposed to,
or it could even be the grandparents or the tios that end up raising you, because sometimes there's kids that don't even have the mom and the dad.
Yeah,
y es el padrino, los abuelos, or something that's raising this kid.
Yeah, and when it comes to like what you're saying, like mom and mom or dad and dad, I can't really say. I might not agree with it, but I can't really say because I don't know that situation. I've never been in that situation, so I really wouldn't know. But I think, I don't know, it just by hearsay is more like, just hearsay that I've heard is more of a liberal kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of liberal stuff I really don't agree with, I'm not Republican. I'm not Democrat. I choose not to be in either party. I don't agree. I agree on certain things that each one has, but not 100%. So I don't consider myself either one. I do vote, but I would say I'm more like independent. I'll vote whoever I think is just, and not when they start debating, they start bringing out the dirt and throwing the kitchen sink and bringing stuff out of the closet, and that. It's just that behavior has always been like it for me. It's like a turnoff thing. Like I ain't gonna vote for this fool, or
and it's fair to say that you get put in situations, or we get put in situations, or like el tocayo, people get put in situations about topics that we have no experience or no idea or no opinion on.
Yeah.
Like, because I can't say if two females do better raising a child than a married couple does.
But I mean,
a man and a woman. And I can't say that, two guys raising up a child have a better success rate than the two females.
Yeah.
You can't say that because we haven't what I'm speaking as of what I know is I was raised by mom and dad.
Yeah.
When there's an individual that says, well, I was raised by my mom because I didn't have a dad.
Yeah.
Or I was raised by my dad because our mom either passed away or moved away or left or, whatever.
Yeah.
So it all depends on the person. On the person. Yeah. So it could
whether
be
it's one or two, it depends on the person.
It could be two females raising them, but if they have the values or if they have like just the decent fucking values of the golden rule.
Yeah.
Treat others how you want to be treated.
Yeah, and and there's a lot of single parents out there that raise their kids, and then you see the people where they interview somebody that's been in jail in and out, and it's because I was raised by single parents and that. But then you got other single parents that
it's not fair to them.
Yeah, because my dad left when I was in 6th grade, and I didn't see him again till I was in 15, and then he left again, and then I didn't see him when I was married again. So basically, he was never really in the picture.
Uh-huh.
And I think I turned out pretty good. I mean, I don't think I was
that's still up in the air.
No, but when I was in my teens, I got in trouble and I ran with the wrong crowd, and I ended up doing I was in juvie for 6 months, and after that, it's
Now, would you say that you ended up in juvie because your dad wasn't around?
I would say yes, because he was the one that did the discipline. He's the one that did the discipline, and my mom let him do the discipline part. So when he left, my mom tried to take over it, and we would just laugh.
It was too late because she was already she already had a rope.
We were already in 6th grade. I was going in 7th grade, and my mom, levántate. And I'm like, whatever.
Yeah. But if
my dad's not here, he's not going to kick my ass.
¿Ya está el desayuno o qué?
I like my eggs over medium, Mom.
It just depends on the story you tell yourself, no? Because you could be the victim and say I had a rough, or you can use that as fucking fuel and be like, hey, you know what? As an adult, I got shit to figure out because of the conditioning and the programming that I had. It's not a bad thing. It's just you could it's the story that you tell yourself, basically.
And it comes the parent has to do a lot, but at the end of it, it's up to the individual wanting to do the right thing. After I came out of juvie thing, I never got in trouble again because it was this is not for me. This is not who I want to be. Just straight path. And
estás cabrón because most of the time the statistics say you go the other way because you went in juvie, you made contacts and friends, and you get set on that pathway. So the statistics say que you esquivaste pretty nice way.
Well, because it's in growing up in East LA, Boyle Heights, having one of the biggest oldest neighborhood as your neighbor, and then the rival right next to you, and you're in the middle, and and not joining either one was it's not for me. It's not I got lucky. It didn't dawn on me to be oh, me escapé de esta. No, it was just I just went on with my life. It just never dawned on me to be I gotta be in either one or I'm gonna get my ass kicked. Nunca se me puso en la cabeza what am I gonna do?
I never had that. I never had the mentality you're saying where you had those gangs and people go out to survive. I need to join one. Yeah, that part never clicked for me either way.
Yeah, so I don't get it. I guess I'm never gonna understand how some people, I don't want to say use that as an excuse, but se aferran that I had no choice.
Yeah,
when you do.
But Mario, were you already painting at that time?
I was drawing since I was in 2nd grade.
So that's big, dude, because I was playing guitar at the same age, and that kept me from. I had something to focus on.
Yeah.
We didn't have time to fucking go dick around because I bet you wanted to go draw the way I wanted to go play guitar.
Yeah.
So finding that art is definitely something that helped us out too, bro.
Yeah, and I agree. I totally agree. I mean, it's me and my brother. I'm gonna tell you my sad story.
Oh, no.
Me and my brother grew. We from kinder all the way to high school. My bed was one couch. My older brother was the other couch, and the room was my mom, my younger brother, and my sister.
No.
And for a long time, that was normal to me.
No.
And then we had a little desk in the living room. Y me quedaba en la noche just drawing, and I would even put a little handkerchief on the light so my brother won't wake up because he'd be like, Dad, turn that fucking light off. And I'm and still drawing and stuff. That was my getaway,
Mm-hmm.
and not realizing that that was the thing that was going to be my future thing, like this is how I'm going to make money.
Yeah.
For me, it was just like a pastime,
Yeah, the hobby.
Yeah. And then, in junior high, I started doing,
Old English letters.
No, actually graffiti, like bombs and stuff like that for people, like for their names, like, hey,
to put in the folder.
To put on the folder, yeah. So I used to do that for like $3 a piece. So not realizing, like, I was already hustling my art since then.
Yeah.
But not, like I said, not knowing that was going to be like my thing.
Boom.
So that's a trip for me, like to see, like,
because there's a lot of talent in the prison system. There's a lot of artists.
That's what I'm saying, the statistics.
Yeah, there's a lot of artists, there's a lot of writers, there's a lot of storytellers, there's a lot of,
But it's the choices, man. It's the choices you make.
And that sometimes, sometimes there are tough choices, and sometimes it's like you're saying, that other path didn't click for us. Like same thing to me. That I had all those fucking, and Boy Heights también, like gangs all around, and it never, in my mind, never clicked. I need to join a little tagging crew or this. Dick, I did a lot of running and fucking getting hit up and fucking, oh shit, I better fucking book it way.
I've been chased,
It never clicked in my mind. Maybe I should join one of them so I don't have to.
So I don't get chased.
Yeah.
But wait a minute, that means I got to get beat up to join in. So it's not even a win-win.
My brother-in-law was telling me this weekend that you can't call them inmates anymore. You have to call them residents.
Oh, shit.
Because inmates is degrading.
What the?
You have to call them residents, bro.
So it must have been like a hipster like got locked up.
No, he's just saying that California is, politically like you were saying, liberal. California's out of control, bro. You can't.
We're out of control, way.
It's out of control, way. When they bring, he was telling me that they brought mariachi in for them, way. And now to celebrate, everybody was singing all this shit. And you can't call them inmates anymore, bro.
But also, so there's like a memo or whatever. It said don't call them inmates.
They say they can't be the police officers that. I mean, they don't want them basically enforcing a lot of the rules and a lot of the laws, way. So.
And that's only California.
Well, I mean, if you look, Seattle's the same way. They have a fucking crazy homeless situation.
Oh yeah.
Because cops can't be cops, right?
You
let them do heroin. Let them do, because you don't want to treat them like lesser.
Yeah. Well, me and my son were in Seattle this year, and it was like crazy. Where homeless were popping up like in the middle of like nice high-rise buildings and stuff. I'm like, man, why do they let them? And then somebody said that it's a law there that the cops can't move them.
Yeah.
Or I'm like,
you can't take their stuff.
That's out of control.
Yeah, there's something also. I mean, I was reading that in LA, just in LA, I think. People can stay in the sidewalks. The cops can't force them or remove them from the sidewalks anymore.
Well, it depends. If there's, I think they can't be like in front of like a business. Stuff like that.
You're right, way. They can't do that shit anymore. They're really strict on the way you treat people.
If you go to downtown, right there by San Pedro and Fifth, dude, you can't even walk on the sidewalk. People are almost. Well, not even.
If you want to walk in the sidewalk,
you don't want to
walk. Not to be mean, but it's like it's pretty scary. Right?
And nobody wants to even walk around there. The people that are walking there or crossing are the homeless. Because I know I wouldn't park my car there and walk or walk on the street because I can't even walk on the sidewalk. You know.
Yeah.
So it's not coming on. There's a lot of stuff going on that either politically correct or keep everybody's emotions.
Well, it's because the homeless thing is a huge thing. It's not as simple as just get them off the streets. Because then kick them off the street,
and then what?
And then what? They go to another street, and you kick them off that street. They go to another street, and then you just go in a big fucking jerk circle way.
Yeah.
But so, I mean, like
it's not as simple.
Esteban brought up last
inmate thing is stupid though.
That some of them don't even want to get help. Some of them.
It's like a high percentage of them.
You could give them all these things. You could give them to be better themselves. And a lot of them, they're just like, no, I don't want it. I don't want to work. I don't want to have responsibility.
I don't want to pay taxes.
I'm surviving with the little bit I could get or whatever. I'm okay with that.
But we've always had those way.
Yeah.
No, but
I mean, we've always had. It's never been this bad.
Yeah, it's gotten.
That's what I'm saying. But there's always been those ones he's talking about.
Yeah, but now it's like the majority now.
I don't know if it's the majority, but I'm saying those ones have always existed that don't want help, and you're not going to get them off the street way.
And the other thing is because they're like, I know there's all these programs too, because at the end of the day, they're humans, they're people, right? And you can't just discard them like trash or anything. That's why they have there's all these groups and all these people that have like the kitchens and they have the what is it for them to go sleep in what do you call them
shelters,
the shelters and all this. And at the same time, que dicen, well, you know what? Why should I? I'm already getting everything for free.
Yeah, it is a sensitive topic too.
It is very sensitive.
You don't know if like you might offend somebody, or by even talking about it.
I don't know about the inmate thing. That one's fucking stupid.
But it's really sensitive, bro, because it's us telling somebody else how to live their lives, basically. Yeah. I mean, you're telling them, no, do you need to get a job? You need to stop. But if these people, that's what they want to do. I mean, who are we to tell them how to live their fucking lives, right?
I guess we do get to have a voice, because now their way of life is affecting everybody else. And in the sense is that, like, look, you can't even walk in downtown without covering your mouth in that area, or your nostrils or anything. That's not sanitary, you know.
No, and the thing is that there's a lot of disease going on because of that, you know.
Not only that, but I guess the mero chingon or la chingona, I guess, that was running the shelters and the kitchen and everything, and I guess in the San Pedro district. And this is a couple of years ago. Just walking around there, checking the neighborhood or anything, ended up getting a staph infection, and I think lost a limb.
Oh shit!
Staph infection is no joke, bro.
Yeah, it's lost a limb because of the whole, just in that area.
But they're ungrateful, dude. We fed them at the midnight mission. Super fucking ungrateful, bro. Like,
really?
Yeah, never again, dude.
But what experience did you have?
They just were fucking rude. They were rude with my girlfriend, especially because she had the beef portion of the. I had rice. I didn't give a shit about rice.
Yeah.
But to her, they were being like really fucking like douchey way, ungrateful as fuck way. Like, we're there on a Saturday.
Yeah.
And since that point,
donating your own time.
Since that point on, I was like, you know what?
Back to this.
Fuck the homeless, dude. They have their people. they have their people that fucking.
No, it's because
really sensitive issue.
That's gonna be the title of the. Fuck the homeless.
No, but it's
but you know what? Because what you experienced. That's
I experienced people being ungrateful.
Yeah.
Like I mean,
out of how many people would you say you guys served? Rough estimate.
Fucking at least. I don't know, like maybe 200-300 people.
200-300 people. From those 200-300 people, how many were the ones that were voicing their
percentage?
Yeah, like you would say, like 20, 40, 50.
More than half.
That doesn't equate, because even if it was 5 of them, if those 5 stood out in your head, and it bugs you, especially like if it's your girl, it's not even like it's not happening to you.
Well, it's just funny. You do it in good faith.
No, that's what I'm saying.
And then if 1 or 2 or there was more than that.
That's what I'm saying.
But if they start, you're like, wait, what is this? Like,
exactly.
You even look around like,
I'm here to help you.
That's what I'm saying.
Are you fucking serious right now? Like, what's going on here?
That's what I'm saying. The percentage doesn't matter, because so even if it's a handful, that's what you remember, especially if it's happening to your girl, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
We're taking our time, We're trying to do something for you, and that ungrateful. It doesn't matter if it's 10%, 50% way. It's gonna stick out on your head if it's even a handful.
Dispensa.
Yeah, I mean, it's fucked up. It is, because I mean, in my episode, that's when we talked about that. I don't give them money. I don't give them. I just don't. I stopped doing that because of 2 or 3 that in the past you see them.
That's what
Por ejemplo, si no tengo dinero and I had leftover food, I will give them the food. Yo de buena fe, de buena gana. I don't have to. That could have been my lunch for the next day. That could have been a snack for later on.
Yeah.
And you give it to them, and then you right before you even make a left turn or the right turn, you see them toss it. Yeah. It's like, you know what? Fuck. And it's not all of them, because I'm sure there's some that are very appreciative.
My I don't want to say rule, but my thing is, like, the only time I give any kind of money or change or whatever is somebody that's like, okay, ya están viejitos, where are they going to find a job? These guys are like, you're talking about like gray, wrinkled Santa Claus kind of, and like, where are they going to find a job? I see somebody young, even in their 50s para abajo, like, no, man, get a job, dude. I'll just ignore it. I'll just like,
you can find a job with that bum leg, güey.
Not only that,
there's a lot of desk jobs
nowadays. It's easy to. Por ejemplo, I saw that one. Ya tengo 2 años que no manejo, like, to work. But when I used to get off the freeway from work, and there used to be a guy off of the Normandy exit that didn't ask for money or anything. He just asked for your cans or your bottles.
Yeah.
And I'm all like, oh shit, okay. He's not asking for money. He's just like, hey, if you're going to throw it away, let me make my money at least from your recyclables. Yeah. That is, I'm like, hey, fuck it. No tenía, I'm like, toma, fucking, toma uno de 5, lo que tenga en fucking cambio, toma, just to help you out.
Yeah.
Because that right there shows that, like, what, they're doing something.
Yeah, and that makes sense. Like, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I am too. Right? I mean, you're showing initiative.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And the thing that I find, I don't want to say funny, but I find it like I'm usually like amazed when you see like the guy selling the oranges and then
it's insulting.
The other guy asking for money, and it's like, dude, really? You got to stand there? You look like an idiot. You know?
It's insulting.
Go find another spot where there's nobody.
And they'll still be there for weeks, way in that same setup, and you're like, how's this working out for you, way?
Yeah.
Who's giving you money? Who's up at
Hey, naranja guy, come here, man.
No
Give me 3 bags.
Dame dos para tirarle este güey.
No, hey, homie, here's a 5. Can you give me some naranjas from that guy?
Well, no, let me get 2 bags and let me give it to him so he can fucking sell them.
No, I'm saying that I'm not close enough to the naranja guy. Tú, güey, que estás parado aquí, tráeme una bolsa, ¿no?
Hey, push the button so the light turns green.
No, I do get, this fucking me pica poquito though when talking about the homeless, especially that, how they always say fucking California's out of control with the homeless.
Yeah.
When we've talked about this before, we have a lot of issues like with the way we handle it. But they bust them over here.
They do bust them over here.
They fucking bust them and dump them here. So like the colder, like the Midwest where it gets colder, or there's a lot of counties and shit that have programs where their homeless program is to bust them, to give them a bus ticket one way to California.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Where'd you hear that?
Yeah,
what I mean, it's in the news.
I mean, it kind of makes sense because it's never been this bad. I would say go back 20 years or 15 years. It's not what it was,
Well, instead of them paying for a shelter, whatever,
fixing the problem,
they go, hey, winter's coming, way. Here's a Greyhound ticket to California where it's nice and warm.
Nice and sunny.
It's warmer over there than it is over here.
Yeah.
It doesn't snow over there. Yeah,
you can do your drugs in nice fucking weather over there, homie.
Yeah, and it's true, because nobody
enjoy a 40 at the beach.
And then fucking those same people that live in these places are like, oh, fucking California's out of control with the homeless. Well, stop fucking sending them over here, way.
Yeah. Well, I'm a resident, and I say it, where California's out of control.
I don't like, me cae gordo fucking people say it's out of control.
California, in general, taxes, what we pay for property tax, what we pay for fucking sales tax, all that shit, we're paying a shit ton of money here in California. I don't know if you've ever, I don't know the last time that you went on to another market in another state, that's when you realize how out of control this state is. Arizona, it costs fucking to get your registration for your fucking car, dude. It's ridiculous how much it costs, not even fucking $20 to register your fucking car a year. That kind of shit with other shit, there's some states back east that don't have sales tax, Oh
yeah.
There's when you factor all that, California's out of control.
Yeah, but see, you say it's out of control, but then when you look at it's like the people that say, like the hardcore people, where they're like, pinche California's out of control. And fuck, even if they left the fucking United States, fuck them, way. Like, they're out of control. Be better off. We have the economy at a scale that, like, on the world, we're like fucking in the top 5 way.
So what? So does that mean? But does that mean that we have to endure all these shit that we're
gas prices?
You don't have,
it's ridiculous.
You don't have to endure anything, way, because like you said, there's neighboring states everybody can go to. But I'm saying you can't argue everything. Yeah. I agree. Everything's a little high, but things only go high, and all these things happen because people pay them, because people let them do. And as it is now, people are starting to leave, right? So now I think we're almost at a balance where there's enough, as many people are leaving as are coming. That balance is almost there. So say that goes, it tips over, so where more people are leaving, or more companies are leaving, then all that starts changing, because now you're fucking with the government's money. As it is right now, we have a bunch of huge companies, a lot of tech companies that pay all these taxes, where they can go to another state and fucking not to pay them, but they're still here. So it's broken.
No, it is.
But
broken.
It's kind of it's. I don't want to say it's working, because I wouldn't say it's not working, but it's not out of control. It's out of control from our perspective on the fucking bottom way.
Well, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, but we have options. We can go to Arizona. It's not far.
That's what I'm saying. But to say that it's not out of control, I mean, you can't say that way.
I ain't going to Arizona. Fuck.
No, I'm not going to Arizona either.
But okay, so is it out of control? If it's out of control, it's out of control. I'm fucking out of here.
But there is more people leaving than coming. That's for sure.
I think it's already at that balance.
No, it
already, because that was on the news maybe a few days ago.
Oh, it was? Okay, then there you go. Yeah.
So it's like obviously something's not right.
The people that are leaving are the ones that can't afford it no more.
Yeah, and are pretty much fed up because it's like, and not just that, the people that are like, like the gun control here is out of control because not every other state is like.
The strict,
right here is like California is like the strictest one on gun controls, and then they're like, oh, because of guns, people are doing they're doing mass shootings everywhere. Yeah, it's not the gun, it's the people. But that's all it is.
Here, I think it's the housing way. The housing is just you can't live here way. We can't buy a house
just
anymore.
The housing way.
No, but the housing is a huge.
We're better off than New York because we could expand still. We still have enough property to expand.
There's space.
There's enough space. The problem is just like fuck.
Is it okay? So if they build more in
California City.
Yeah, in California City. Are you moving to California City?
No, fuck that.
But see, that's the mentality.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You go to Riverside.
We like comfort. We don't like change.
Yeah.
So you can't really say that. But way. That fucking a lot of it is people. We think, well, this is where we're born. This is where we're gonna be. Like, no, we have the option to get the fuck out.
We do.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. The housing is one of the biggest ones, because all the stats of these people you see moving out are because they can't afford a house or the rent fucking. Say they lived in a nice spot and then someone bought it, los mandaron la chingada, and they couldn't find another pad. Yeah. So they leave the state because they can't afford rent.
No.
It's one of the biggest factors, the living situation.
In Texas, me and the wife, we usually go to Texas. We used to go once a year because she has a lot of family over there by Dallas and Fort Worth. And lo que cuesta, like the house we have, los que no costó, like that amount of what we're paying in Texas.
You get like a 6-acre ranch.
You get no tampoco. But you get like
back in the 90s,
you get a home with like a 5-bedroom home, a nice yard, 2 floors,
brand new build,
and for the same exact price of what we got our small little 2-bedroom house, which is not even 1,000 square feet. It's like 960. It's small. And the same price for a 5-bedroom house,
a mini mansion.
Yeah, it's like just right there. It tells you everything, because now it's like the average price of a house here is you're looking at 5 something.
No, it's more. The average now is like six something.
Well,
the average.
I was just trying to make it sound nice, but even worse than.
No, está culés, güey.
So that's why. Then
with interest, you're paying fucking. You're into the millions. Some of them, man.
Yeah, what's really broken though?
$700,000. I mean, you're paying a lot of money.
What's really fucking broken is all the red tape to like build. So you want to build fucking a new apartment building or a new fucking even new house, way. The red tape here, everything. Every little tape is fucking a fee. All right. So es que, you want this? Oh, you're gonna put a garage? That's an additional fee, way. Mm-hmm. Or you're gonna put a guest house in the back? That's another fucking fee for this, way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Those are fucking crazy, way. And that's why no one builds. They build like fucking slower. They want to build big buildings que valgan la pena. And then you want a bigger building than like fucking 4 floors. And todos chillan. Oh, you can't put that here, way.
Yeah, they wanna, just in our neighborhood, I saw like 4 or 5 buildings go up, but they're like multi-dwelling units. They're not even apartments because there's like about 4 units there, and it's just like, and you're looking at the price, and holy shit!
Yeah, they're fucking.
Across the street from us, I guess a couple bought like about 3 years ago.
Where's this at?
Over here by the USC area.
Oh yeah, no, you're talking $1 million house.
Well, well, tampoco.
It's still hood.
It's still hood.
The gentrification is barely starting.
I got white neighbors, dude.
The ones from the
yes,
front? They bought how much did they show?
$650, I think, or $670.
Yeah, but they're over half a million.
I met the
closer you get to LA.
I met
by the Ram Stadium.
It's the girl and her fiance, and I met the girl's dad. He came up to me, white guy, older guy, Stan. He's all like, "Hey, my name is Stan." I'm like, holy shit. And I'm like,
Me llamo Ramon.
I'm like, no. And it was
because he was doing his cheeseman in the front.
No, because he has the nicest house after that one in that
No,
block.
pero porque he was standing at his fence.
Yeah, no, he's trying to see
this is the daytime.
He's trying to see who the new neighbors are.
Yeah, it was because I
Looking
saw
at
a
him like,
bunch of
who's
white
that greaser?
Maybe we'll change your views about white people, man.
No, I saw a bunch of white
There
people.
was a tree and a little palm sticking out.
like what was that neighbor from Home Improvement that you never saw?
Oh, Jefferson Wilson.
Wilson, yeah.
No, and I Stella wanted because she started acting up, so las dejé salir, and I walked out with her because it's still daytime because puede pasar el cartero or whatever, so I want to be out there, and I see a bunch of white people, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then I'm looking, ando de chismoso, when all of a sudden I see this car parked, y se baja el señor, and he's all like, hey, how's it going? I'm like, hey, what's up? He's like, I'm Stan. I'm like, I'm Ramon.
Shit.
And like, hey, I don't know if you met my daughter. They just moved in last week. And blah, blah, blah. I'm like, holy shit. Oh, no. Well, welcome to the neighborhood. Like, yeah. I'll ask her to come and introduce herself. I'm like, yeah, sure, no problem. I'm like,
I like this Ramon with white friends. Yeah,
No,
it's going to be interesting.
It is going to be interesting.
Because he's very, no.
but I was wearing my Chicano, I was wearing my Chicano shuffle shirt.
Fucking, are they celebrating Dia de los Muertos across the street? What is? Wait a minute.
I'm like, and I was gonna tell him, hey, I know I'm on this keto thing, but you better not shut down the taquero down the block.
He's fine where he is.
He's fine exactly where he's at. All right.
No, because even remember when we really like set on our ways. Remember the other time we talked about these building codes and everything? I said, you know what would be chingon that would help with the building and make more density without building up is if you eliminated the little yard between houses that you're required to have. Mm-hmm. Remember I said
the footage,
that you're required to have like 40 feet or something between houses on both sides or something.
Now it's 5 feet, I think.
No, they haven't.
It was 6 feet or something like that.
Yeah, but it on like between you and the fence on every side, right? Yeah, you're.
You said 5, no?
Yeah, it's 5 feet because combines on 10 feet. So if you get rid of that 10 feet and you bring them closer.
I was saying you get rid of that mandate that says, or that rule that says you have to, not on both sides, but on one side only.
You got to have one side at least.
Y estos me lo alegaron for half an hour.
No.
And that's what I'm saying. We're set in our ways and stuff like that is other little red tape that doesn't matter. Oh, no.
I don't know, bro. We got options.
I mean, we have options, but I'm like, fucking California's sweet as far as the weather. Yeah, it's fucking cold right now, but look at other states, dude.
Yeah, no, I'll be honest with you. I'm already done. I'm already done. We've been looking at the Texas thing for a long time, and we've been thinking like, why don't we just like get out of sell and just get out of here and be comfortable.
But what, like, as far as like, but now you're taking your way. You yourself, though, because of the type of industry that you're in or the type of work that you're doing, it makes sense for you to be here because you have a lot of the connections that you made, a lot of the people that you've met that you've been able to walk up to and talk to and introduce yourself, and they see your work and everything is because you're in California, you're in LA.
Yeah.
In Texas, it's going to be, I mean, not that it's difficult, but I mean, if
you set your mind to that, then I can see that issue.
Yeah.
But if you're going with that mentality where you're like, si lo puedo hacer aquí, I could do it over there. And over there is more like, because it's a state that's growing still. Mm-hmm. And what we've seen since, when we go, it's like, there's a lot of potential. And it doesn't necessarily mean like, I'm going to dedicate this 100%. Maybe another door se abre. Mm-hmm. And I could be like, oh, you know what? I'll do this, but I'll open this, little taco stands because there's no tacos around the 5-mile radius. Mm-hmm. Not necessarily tacos, but something that I could like, oh, you know what? I could probably do this because there's nothing like this around here.
Yeah.
And then, but if you go with that mentality, it's like, man, everything's here and this is where I'm going to make it. And if I move, forget it. I'm going to have to get a job again. Or if you go with that mentality, then no vas a salir de lo mismo.
I mean, entiendo, tienes que tener esa mentalidad that you're going to find a way, but then you also have to have some of the reality of like, okay, so if I do go out there and let's just say I try to, I'm going to have this, I'm going to have that, and I could, if this doesn't work out, I can venture off on this and everything. And at the end of the day, it's like you have to have options. No nomás ir ciegamente decir, you know what?
Oh, no, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, and it's not, you're not going, and I'm like, I'm not going to do anything else, and this is what I'm going to dedicate. No, of course not. The first few year or two, it's going to be like, all right, settling in and try to do something where, go back to like, okay, having this again, but over there.
But
it's not going to happen overnight, so.
But it goes with the classic Ramon argument way that things only exist one place way. I'm sure there's an art scene in Texas. Austin has a huge art scene way.
Yeah, but Austin is the next LA.
Yeah.
But you know what, that mentality way, that's the same with music. This place, you would think LA is where you go. It's saturated, bro.
Yeah.
With something like this, you're like, fucking how many artists do this? Where it's so saturated, even with what you do, that if you go to a different place, you'll stand out more.
Yeah.
Because right here is super fucking saturated.
Say I take this to one of the busiest state cities, New York.
Yeah.
This is not going to be something I think that you'll see over there.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's just depending where you take it. Because it is true. Right here, I'm competing with everybody.
Yeah.
Because this is, how many Dia de los Muertos festivals is there here in LA?
Wow.
Not just LA, like California, northern and south. It's like
northern, central, south, by the border.
I think like Texas is a good option way for like this dude. Because like Austin, like we were saying, like Austin, there's a huge art scene shit in Austin way.
Austin might be a little late already.
But I'm saying it's still smaller in here way, and you would still have like Ramon was arguing, you're not gonna get the same exposure, I guess, as you would here. In Austin, you could still get maybe not the same level, but it'd be a little fresher. And still,
because there are festivals out there, there are events
it's still coming up. It's getting a little saturated.
And it's not just like obviously you guys are seeing all the Day of the Dead festival, but that was like my last series that I did, and as you guys can see, the new series that I'm doing has nothing to do with that.
No, nothing. And I like it. It's a different take.
This way people see like, I'm not pigeonholed to that. Oh, that's all he does. Like, no. That's why I want to like. And then on this side of the wall, you saw like the geisha, the patriot kind of thing, and it's this has. It's just a bunch of it that it has nothing to do with Dia de los Muertos. So, but because it's what I've sold the most, especially in prints. A lot of people, and you're not the only one. A lot of people think like, oh, that's a specialty. Dia de los Muertos. Sugar skulls and painted faces, but then again, it's what I get a lot of requests of. So of course, if I get a lot of requests, then I'm gonna make more, and that's that's what keeps the money flowing too. But I don't want to be stuck doing that, But at the end of it, it's
the end of it.
Do it anywhere.
Fucking LA is expensive. California is expensive, and I could see, like you said, you and the wife are just fed up, and you're like, you know what?
Yeah, why live check to check when you can live somewhere else more comfortable?
Yeah.
Obviously there's going to be other things like
adjustments you're gonna have to make.
Adjustments, yeah, like, well, I'm saying Texas because that's where we go a lot, and we're gonna have to deal with the heat.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. But then, you get used to shit like that. I've
thought
about it two way because I wanted to move not to Texas,
Switzerland, or what was it?
Oh, I did, and my girl didn't give me the thumbs up. But when
give you
Trump,
the other finger.
No, when Trump won, she gave me the semi finger, the half thumbs up.
It was like
to look into where did she want? Where did you say? Somewhere over there, también to like somewhere over there towards
Denmark,
fucking Europe.
When he got elected.
Yeah, when he got elected, she gave me the okay to look into what properties and all that costs, and it's a little harder than you think because I couldn't find just like a Zillow way for fucking.
Yeah.
But I found some stuff, and it was still pretty pricey, and I was like, the whole move, hasta cabrón, like not even like to another state, to another country. And the kids are still young, but I mean, I don't know how we're going to adjust.
Yeah.
But I go, maybe we could start like a taco shop or a little mulita shop. And that should probably pega in fucking these places they never fucking seen this shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Here's saturated.
Opportunities.
Yeah.
But in another place, you'll fucking stand out.
But see, like this kind of, the housing thing kind of goes back también to what I was saying earlier, how we say it's out of control. But like as soon as, say you want to move to Texas, someone's going to come move into your house way. It's not going to sit fucking vacant long way.
But it's not, no. The chances that it's from another state está cabrón way.
But I'm saying
there are people that are from here.
Yeah. No, because that's what we were saying earlier. People from here are leaving because we can't afford it anymore.
Yeah.
But there's other people that are coming over here.
But not as much as they're leaving.
Yeah.
But I'm saying your house is not going to sit vacant.
But it's going to be somebody
you know who's
local.
Gonna get it? You know who's going to get it? The chinitos.
Probably.
They're buying everything.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That house is still going to sell. Someone's still going to pay those taxes. How
about if you don't sell it and you rent it out?
That's probably
and then you have your little income coming in.
But then I won't get to get a house over there.
You don't get the down payment to put over there.
Over there, you do the down payment and you're almost like halfway done.
Yeah.
No,
pretty much, yeah.
So why struggle when you could just live comfortable?
Yeah.
You know? And you could even do it where, okay, say we don't get a house. Let's get some units and we'll live off there for a little bit and then get something that just us and then keep those units and let that pay itself. Mm-hmm. That's another way of doing it. Yeah. But you're getting those units for half a price that you would get it over here.
Yeah.
You know? And it's just that I was reading where you could like how people get real estate and they grow and they have like real estate everywhere it's so simple, and I never thought about it. And it's you get a house, you refinance it, and you get another property with that money. You rent, you fix it and everything, you rent it out, and after a few years, you get a refi out of that and get another property, and so on and so on. Then you have all these properties paying itself, and guess what? Your worth is already like going up. That you have all this property that not one dime is coming out of you, except for like when you have to fix stuff up, but you're getting all these properties because you're getting the refi from this house to get another house. And then you get a refi from that house and it's not going to happen, like, en un año, it takes some time.
Well, yeah, we talked about that way. Fucking how the raza doesn't think this way. Remember we talked about how we don't think about the owning a house the same way, like as güeros. We think of it just owning a house fucking to live and be rent free.
Yeah,
güeros think
live of it there and die there and that's it.
Güeros think of it as an investment in the future way. Like you invest it, because you're going to build the equity, maybe like you say, buy another house. But at the end of the day, by the time you give it to your kids, it's paid off and they can do whatever they want with that money,
Yeah.
Keep the house, they got no rent. And
the thing is,
the raza doesn't think about it.
No, because they already have it in the mentality. And right here too, I mean, right here, you're basically going to school and you're being trained to be a worker.
Yeah.
There's no school that trains you to be like an entrepreneur or a self-made person.
We were saying that not too long ago. No, there should be classes for fucking...
Yeah, we don't know how to balance our checkbook.
No,
somebody emailed me, somebody on Instagram was like, yeah, like, let's be honest, but will you pay attention? I was like, dude, that's not the fucking point.
Like,
somebody was like, oh, yeah, but will you pay attention if they offer that? And I was like, maybe I don't know that.
I mean, now, yes, but back then, I don't know.
Yeah, but to have that option, I mean, sometimes, like,
because now we can't. Yeah.
But I told her that's the raza mentality.
Yeah.
Like, oh, wow, you wouldn't pay attention.
And then the raza mentality. Yeah, and you stay stagnant. This is all you know, and this is how you should do. You're in school to basically be trained to work.
Yeah.
And that mentality is like, no, your thing is 9 to 5, bring a check, and take care of your family.
That's it.
But not that where it tells you like, hey, you can do more if you apply yourself to do something that you love to do and can make money off it,
I think where the raza fucks up too is they think they need to save that money in order to invest. You get loans, dude.
Yeah.
There's a lot of the commercial loans. You could buy a fucking business with no money down, dude.
Investors too.
Yeah, but they think that, oh shit, it's 20%.
I'm owe that forever.
But they think that you need to save it up. You don't need to save it up.
Because it'll never happen.
You can if you want to.
Yeah.
But there's something called debt that's beneficial to a purchase like that.
We don't know the negative debt.
That's what I'm saying. I was conditioned that debt was bad.
Yeah.
That fucking, nos vamos a drogar, no, eso no.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
exactly.
What kind of fucking mentality is that?
And it's the generations of mentality that,
scarcity mentality.
Yeah.
Poverty mentality.
Yeah, because and then you got the people in the warehouse that, are still kind of like paisitas and the manager or whatever talk to them down and they don't say anything back because like, no, es el jefe, no.
Yeah.
And they don't know, like, dude, you have rights. They can't speak to you that way.
Yeah.
And there's still mentality of people that way. And I say for experience, because I've been a warehouse manager And in one of the warehouses,
les gritabas a todos.
No. I would see that.
You would run their foot with the forklift.
Pedro.
Pon los pies, cabrón. Ahí va el forklift.
Te pasaste. No, and
All right, so back, you were a manager.
And I would see like other managers like treating, these dock workers, like shit, and then I would kind of see that, and then it would piss me off and say like, hey, talk to the HR because they're not supposed to talk to you that way. Mm-hmm. No, pero sí, no quiero tener problemas because,
retaliation.
Yeah, it's like, no. And I'm like, and there's other times where we're done. We did our 9 to 5, and it's like almost mandatory overtime because they need to, ship out stuff. And, we'll go around and say like, hey, everybody has to stay because we need to finish this. And when you do that, you have to like automatically when the bell rings to go home, it's like, okay, since they're not going to go home, they have to take a 15-minute break. That's the way it should be. That's the law.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, like the same warehouse, it's like they weren't doing that. So when they did that, and I told my manager, like, hey, since they're doing that, we have to give them the 15-minute break, right? They're like, no, we never do that. And I go, no, you have to do that. That's the law. Yeah. We can't do it like that. And this,
if only we had Mario as a boss.
No, my manager, my manager was like, kind of like looked at me and was kind of like,
are you serious? Like, are you serious?
Like that. And I go, I'm just saying that's not the right thing to do.
No.
And then when I went around, I'm like, hey, you guys gonna stay? But as soon as the bell rings, take your 15 minutes and then we continue. And a lot of them told me like, when we had to work, we've never had a break.
How long did you last there?
About a year and a half.
Sounds about right.
You know
about
what?
A year and a half, because
but this goes back to what we were initially talking about, how our parents disciplined us, right?
Yeah.
That mentality that you're talking about, the warehouse workers and everything, that kind of connects to the way we were raised también, We don't backtalk to our parents. We don't rise up to authority. We don't.
Whoa.
No. In that sense, like, if you backtalk to
thin line there,
what's up with we, bro? Speak for yourself, bro.
I'm talking,
we don't talk back to our parents. Vale más, güey, porque...
No, but you know what?
But what I'm saying is that we grew up in that sense. The minute you talk back in general, not us or whatever, but in my example, I'm going to use me. If I ever talk back or anything, I got discipline.
Yeah.
So as growing up, these paisitas and everything, they don't want to start any trouble because there's repercussions. They're not going to get beat up. They're not going to get pinches cintarazos or anything, but they could lose their job. They could lose hours. They could and so it's that mentality, Now here you come and I get it, what you're doing, and you're trying to like be their voice or tell them, hey, that's not right. That's not fair.
Yeah.
And it goes back to now where like, the teachers are the ones that are, how we were talking about the teachers can't teach anymore.
Yeah.
Because then they get in trouble with the parents.
Yeah.
No shit.
So it's like, where the fuck do we land in?
Over there.
It's highway.
Fucking working.
It's calentona.
But that also comes back to the story that you tell yourself where that just because your parents condition you like that doesn't mean that's how you have to stay as an adult.
Yeah, and you don't. Because
that doesn't mean
like
that applies to your manager.
No, but some people get to catch that on and change that habit.
Yeah.
And there's some people that don't.
No, but the thing is that the ones that like didn't want to talk back is basically the ones they're not even first generation. They just came and they think that's the way to do it only. Because the people that say their parents or uncles came and work and then they went back and they probably like, hey, no, well, when you go there, you can't talk back or whatever. I don't know. But the ones that grew up here, like I grew up here, one of my first jobs at a warehouse was I was in a forklift and I bumped a wall y le hice un hoyo.
Yeah.
and the manager was like, that's going to come out of your check. I'm like, no, it's not. That's why every company's insured.
How long did you last in that job?
No, right there I lasted. He actually, at the end, he became like my freaking mentor because he's like, he's the one that taught me how to golf and he's the one that.
Oh, shit.
But, I guess he came out saying, he's thinking like, este paisita, I'm
gonna walk all over him.
Yeah. And as soon as I no, I don't know. That's why you're insured. That's why you get, and and he just walked away. And it's just that because it's not that you want to talk back. You weren't born yesterday, and you're not going to have people take advantage of you. And for us, it's like, for me, I was thinking, hey, if I don't last year, then I'll just go get another job.
Because for you, it's possible.
Yeah.
Al paisita, no.
That's what I'm saying. The paisita thing, I think, doesn't come from like what you're saying. My parents, I got to listen and not respetar. I think it's from the paisita mentality. Like the people in my family, I guess a little less, but a lot of us grew up with the parent that wasn't legal way and didn't want to call the cops because no pueden preguntar, aquí preguntas.
Yeah.
And you grew up with that mentality. And same thing, that your dad is probably working in a warehouse under a false fucking...
Teófilo.
I know.
Villanueva.
Under a fucking false number. Tampoco doesn't want to rock the boat,
Yeah, it doesn't.
They don't want him to look too closely at his file,
Yeah.
So...
You're Leroy Wilson? Pues es mi socio.
Te llamas John Smith. Somos de los Smiths de Oregon.
Soy del Salvador.
Yeah,
John Smith.
I think it comes from that. I don't think it comes from the parent.
No, because even in Mexico, cuando eres el chalán o del albañil or whatever, and you fuck up or you do something, you're not gonna talk back to them because of the same thing.
Yeah, because you're gonna lose your job.
Yeah,
but that's the thing that
because allá no hay derechos como es este güey. There's no 15 minutes. There's no.
So aquí el paisita is stuck between a rock and a hard place because si tiene pinche seguro chueco or fucking or whatever, he's not gonna talk back.
No, but even the one that is everything is straight and everything legit, he's already a citizen and everything, and they've been there 20 plus years. And like I said, they don't want to rock the boat, so they try to make less attention to them. And anything like the boss says, it goes, and that's it. Se callan and they don't say anything. But for that same mentality of that, they're stagnant, they're satisfied. Like, I'm good with this. I could do this until I die, and I'm good.
Because we have the mentality that we need to work.
Yeah, and you work, you provide, and you know what? And I'll be honest with you, for a long time, I envied people like that were like satisfied. They were content, and it was fine for them. And I used to envy that because I'm like, I want more. I can't be stuck doing this. I need more. I need more. And it's not that I wanted to be a boss or that I wanted. It's just like I felt like
self growth. You need a growth.
Yeah, and I couldn't be.
But see, that comes back to what I was talking about the homeless. Like we think that they should live the life that we think we want for us.
Yeah,
everybody has a different path.
Yeah.
El pinchín.
Back to the
circle. No, I was going to say Ramon had a goal too, way, which was fucking 7 puñetas in one day.
Y me aventé 8.
Este güey está cabrón, güey.
Sobresalí.
Yeah, I don't think I want to know about that.
You were in warehouses, way.
Yeah.
You always have that dude that doesn't want more responsibility, but is always talking shit that person that got promoted doesn't deserve that.
Yeah.
You had the fucking opportunity to move up in this fucking company, and you didn't take it. Why? Because you're comfortable.
Yeah.
Because you don't want extra responsibility.
Or you call in, or you want, as soon as the bell rings, you want to leave.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't want,
But you get upset that this person got promoted. Like, you always have that.
O le dicen el besaculos or the kiss ass. Ese cabrón.
I mean, a warehouse has to have that.
No, the warehouse has every, and then
they have to have it like they have to have a forklift where.
Not just in anywhere, any job, dude. Even,
there's always the brown nose.
Even in volunteer, like people volunteering and like,
Ya ves allá, güey.
Yeah, dude. Anywhere, dude.
Unappreciative son of a bitch.
When I was working in the church, the volunteers sometimes they start criticizing them. I'm like, well, look, this person's helping out. They're taking time. Like, why don't you
they don't take initiative.
Yeah, they're like, oh no, I would have done it different, or like, or you know what? Yeah, I'm like,
You would have.
Yeah.
Would have, but didn't. Yeah?
But no, I don't have the time, or like, I'm a mother or I'm a father or I have responsibilities. I'm in traffic. I can't do. Then, you know what?
Then, cállate, güey.
But it's all insecurities, Ramon. Is them fucking, is them not wanting you to think a certain way? Because you have no idea how many times I come in with a uniform tucked in. Oh, I have a job lined up and someone's just going to pay me like 60 grand. And I'm like, dude, I don't care about that. Like, why are you trying to front with me? Like, why are you putting yourself down? Like
60 grand, dude, I make 70.
No, but they're assuming that I'm going to judge them.
Yeah.
And their insecurities are coming out.
And that's what it is, insecurities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that's cool, Where I mean, that we have that fascination and that obsession with validation from other people.
Yeah.
Well, from someone that rocked the boat, I think I'm getting to the age where I'm starting to regret it. Güey.
Like what?
No, I rocked the boat here, güey. Me mandaban por el tubo, güey.
Well,
the tubo to trash.
Well, you rocked the boat, but at the same time, you rocked the boat, but you also were fucking throwing in water into your boat. You didn't make.
I didn't make it easy.
You made it super easy.
You sunk yourself, bro.
Yeah, you made it super easy. That's what it was.
Pero because the reasons on my paperwork que me dieron gas were for fucking break, for an additional break.
That, like I'm saying.
Yeah.
So you don't like to work?
No way.
No, Fernie's a Mexican that doesn't want to work.
No, güey.
No, tampoco, no.
Yo le da duro, güey.
No, he
don't start
works.
those rumors, güey.
He's always late, though. He's always late.
Fernie's not the punk show guy.
I'm not a punctual guy, no.
Yeah,
He's not. He has his own time, but once he's in
the zone,
once he's there, he gets the work done.
He's not suited for corporate America, this guy.
No.
Okay.
Pero es que, right here.
You'll be happy that you never worked for me then.
Yeah.
No, I know he's a punctual dude. Yeah, I figured that part.
Oh, no, dude, right away, it's like, I have no problem with, like being there on time or being there before time. I don't. No, but I told you my situation. I'm coming from Santa Monica.
See, not excuses.
No, I'm coming from Santa Monica.
No. But, the thing is, like,
hey, I was here at 6:20, bro.
No, this guy's always here on time.
No, this guy también.
But no, the thing is that, like, my 9 to 5 have always been either a supervisor or warehouse manager.
Yeah.
And it's always been like, either I rat them up or hire them or whatever. A lot of times when I give them a verbal warning, and I explain to them, I go, I'm not doing this to you. You're doing this to yourself. I go, we talked about it. I go, if you're late again, I can't help you with that. Right now I'm helping you so you won't do it again. But if it happens, if I get to actually write you up, is because, like you did it to yourself. So don't take it on me. Don't. I'm not picking on you or anything like
business,
that.
Yeah.
I got to take care of my job as well. Mm-hmm. So,
but you know how raza is.
Yeah, no, and that's
you let him slide.
Oh, hey, how come you let
him? Hey, este güey no le dijo nada. Well, I'm not gonna come in early.
Yeah.
Pero I mean, when it was tardies, güey, lo que dice este que me echaba el agua with tardies. Pero no, I never argued him the tardies way.
He's already not in his head, bro.
No, because
he said that,
because you made it so easy because the tardies just added more.
But what I'm saying is that
to the paperwork
when they bring me in for tardies, I was like he's saying I didn't take it personally because it was business.
Yeah, you got.
And I would tell him every time I got a new jefe. Because, like, someone would leave to another department or someone would retire.
You'd be like, I'm going to max out my tardiness, all right?
I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not a punctual guy.
No, well, yeah, I would tell them.
You're not going to last.
Pero también, like, when they go, hey, well, when eventually we'll get to the, hey, well, como dice este way, I might have to write you up. Whenever I told him, dude, that's what you got to do.
Yeah.
It's business. It's not personal. I understand.
Yeah.
You write me up as much as you have to cover your ass. You thought I won't take it personally. I know what I'm doing.
And I'll still be late.
What is it? It's one of those things I can't. I've tried it, and it doesn't last long.
It got to the point where they adjusted his time.
No way, bro.
So entonces I was on time.
Yeah, the first month or so.
No, I was on time when they
because
when you're under the bus.
No. Because when they changed. They forced me to change my time. Yes. I didn't want to change my time.
They forced him to change his time.
He forced me to change my time, and I was like, no, and they forced me. But I was dick. I didn't get another write up when they until they changed my time back.
2 months after.
No, it was almost like a year.
All right. Well, maybe because at some point I know you were.
The guy he went to another department and they fired him.
I know that when we were in Santa Monica, I know that that we had the same supervisor. No, just in Santa Monica.
On Pine.
We had the same supervisor. No, there's a Pine Street.
There's a supervisor there?
There's a Pine Street by Venice area.
Oh.
But when they changed my time, I didn't get it right. I wasn't late anymore.
So then the supervisor's like, dude, you gotta talk to Fernie. I'm like, what can I tell him?
Oh, he told you gotta talk.
Well, we were roommates.
But he told you gotta talk.
No, like, can you talk to Fernie?
He would make you late too, or no?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
That's why we stopped carpooling.
You're funny.
Because I don't mind staying after, but there was I got written up for fucking showing up 5 minutes late or whatever.
No, Ramon got into some pedos for fucking.
Oh, no, but I didn't make it easier for me either, because one thing is, like, if you stand up or you talk shit.
Cuando están los dos, te haces.
Yeah.
When you stand up and you voice yourself or whatever, then you're already on that guy's radar. Yeah. You give them a reason, and they're gonna get you for that. Yeah. And my reason was that I showed up tardy 2 or 3 days consecutive.
Shit, bro.
And it was y se agarraron de otras cosas, se agarraron de, attendance, and they
start nitpicking shit.
And then out of route, y que esto, y que el otro, and then, you're not fully stocked in your vehicle.
Anything you did, or you couldn't.
But it was because y como le digo a Fernie, it's like, they got rid of him for whatever reason, but he didn't make it easier. Like, I didn't make it easier for them. I didn't make it easier for me because I stood up, I talked shit, I disrespected the guy running the yard.
Jeez.
I called him out, and then it was on from there. But he couldn't get me without having something on me. And when this happened, de eso se agarró y de ahí me dejaron, de ahí me agarraron.
At least you could admit it, because there's people that still years later be like, no, fuck that. Those guys fucked up.
That wasn't my fault. That wasn't my fault.
No. I know. And then after, because I got fired for 4 months.
Es cuando por peso completo también te...
No. No, that was different.
Oh, that was another incident?
No, that was different. I didn't get... No, that was...
I don't know, bro.
So when I got let go... And that time, estaba encabronado, and I'm like, because we're a union shop, so I'm like, fuck yeah, the union's gonna get it, que la chingada. And then 1 month, the first month was chill, man. I was
on vacation.
The first month's always good.
Fuck yeah, dude. Like, fuck yeah, me podía despertar, I could stay
you're
up.
Not the father.
Hey, what are you doing on your couch? Go to school. Fuck you, I got all my vacation paid off. I got my chequecito. The union's handling it.
That's one thing that when because I have some people that I've talked to before, and la verdad, it's another thing. Like, we were talking about getting into gangs. That never clicked in my head. Like, that never. But the thing with like the job things too. Like, once I talk to somebody about tardiness, and it's like, it's so simple. It's like going to school. I go, think about it this way: when you go to school and you start a new year. Everybody starts off with an A. You might not see it there. Everybody has an A. It's up to you to keep it there.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with the job. As soon as you start, you could be perfect and not have one tardiness. Life happens sometimes, but when you're making it already into a pattern, you're like, come on, that's not.
Oh yeah.
If you're late, it's because of the bus. Oh, it's because of this. And I go, just wake up earlier then, get up early and make sure you have enough time where you're not hassling when you're like, oh shit, oh crap, I better, and ya llegas tarde. I'm like, there really isn't no excuse to be late. I mean, you're a grown ass man.
There are exceptions but if it's constantly,
like I said, life happens.
Yeah, life happens.
And you have no control over that. But when you make it into a pattern,
when you the area that you work on or your job knows you for being late, then
and the thing is, like, when you make it, like you said, 3 days consecutive, it's like, okay, the first one te la paso, the second one is like, hey, come on, and then the third one happens, that's already like, what?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like the parenting, Mario, like, like you said, they were strict on us when we were kids.
Yeah.
That's going on in the corporate world too, man, because my girlfriend works for a startup in Culver City. Dude, every fucking day, no call, no show somebody, dude. They've had 2 no call, no shows back to back.
Oh, shit.
They don't enforce shit way. They're new tech company, newer fucking owners.
Yeah.
They're not keeping it old school the way that our bosses that we're used to.
Yeah. And
these guys are letting them get away with fucking murder, dude.
Yeah, and the thing is, because there's no manager structure, they don't know how to handle that part of it. And it's so easy. You don't have to get violent or verbal or anything like that. All you got to do is sit down with them and say, like, okay, check this out. This is happening. I'm talking to you. And that only reason, because I had to do this constantly, because my job doing this, I'm just a what do you call it? Like I can't think of that word. Basically, a babysitter.
Niñera?
Overqualified babysitter. You know, that's all you're really doing. That was really just my job, because it's like I have to be on
glorified.
That's the word I was looking for. Glorified babysitter.
For the win.
Yeah, you got it for
the alley-oop right there.
That's the right word. A glorified babysitter. That's all I was, because all I had to do is like,
let's see what the people said.
Ding, 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 ding. No, and that was my job. Is like I have to talk to them. I have to be like the mediator, because this one was talking crap about this one. Ya señoras, you know, like, no, esa me vio así, me dijo, I'm like me dijo, I go,
Mother Beach.
You know, like, it's like, how old are you ladies? You know, like, you're not in school anymore, you know, like, you need to grow up, you know. And I always had to do that job, because, you know, obviously my boss wasn't going to do it, because that was my job.
Yeah.
You know, so I always had to play that part.
Novelas, dude.
Yeah, and a lot of times it's like in warehouses, that's how you get it, you know.
But you got good cheese, man. You can make novelas off of that.
No, and it's like, you know,
a lot of fucking pompeadas in warehouses, too. They're fucking each other all the time, dude.
Yeah, you see a lot of divorce and a lot of, like, you know, new marriages and stuff.
La pinche Petra se ve buena ahora, ¿verdad?
And that's the thing, that a lot of these fools are like, you know, the man, I'm having trouble with words today.
Sorry, bro, I got you.
All right. You know, okay, toss it over. He'll alley-oop that shit.
Ready? No, you know, and then you get a lot of the paisas, solteros, illegals.
Keep going. Esteban, for the win, steal? You're gonna steal?
Dale.
No, I don't know. I mean, I don't know
where the story's going.
Yeah.
No, you get a lot of, like, you know, like the, I don't want to say chilangos, but, like, you know,
the knuckles.
Yeah, where they're like, oh, you know, where they're like, they talk about the girls there.
Oh, okay.
You know, and a lot of times, because of that generation or that culture, because, you know, they're not first generations, and right here, like you know, I grew up here. You know, I would talk to them like, you can't say that stuff. Yeah. And you can't.
Es que la Juanita le gusta.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, you know, and I would talk to them like, you can't say that stuff to me, because
I have to report you.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
But if you keep talking like that, I'm going to have to.
Yeah.
You know, don't do that. You know, like, you know, I would try to make them understand. And a lot of times they're like, you know, I know as soon as I turned my back, they were just talking smack.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
They're coming to show. Mira, la Juanita se mira.
Yeah, you know.
I can't see that.
You know, and then the thing is, what worked for me was like, you know, and I would get along with everybody. I'll get on next to them and work with them so they can see, like, hey, también yo no le saco, you know, like, but we have to work and get this out. I'll be right there next to you working with you. Yeah. I'm not going to tell you to do something that I don't know how to do. So, and a lot of them respected me because of that. But a lot of times, también, like, again, you know, it goes to the glorified stuff where you have to, like, get in there and talk to them and be like, you know, babysitting and like, you know, don't do this, don't do that. And, you know, and then when I started, like, say I started a new warehouse and all the new, you know, the old people that have been there for years, like, este güey que me va a enseñar. Este no sabe nada. Viene de with the silver spoon in his mouth, because they'll see, like, oh, my car is, like, new or something. I'm like, man, you don't know where I came from. You don't know how I started. Yeah. You know, right away.
All this bitch.
Right away, they, you know, they judge you by, you know, by the cover, you know, like, and I would go, like, kind of, like, dressed up. Because, you know, I had to play the part, look the part. At least look the part, right? And then right away, you know, los paisitos is like,
se cree mucho.
Este pochito no sabe nada. I'm like, man, I was
Mauricio Garcés,
you know, just talking shit like that. Exactly like.
Llegó el Catrín de la lotería, güey.
We were those douches.
No, but you know.
We were those douches.
We used to have one.
But you know what was my job? weeding out all the bad weeds.
Yeah, well, they weeded me out pretty well. Only took them like 10 years.
I don't know, bro. You said you sank your own shit, bro.
No, well, they put up with me porque sí chambeaba, güey.
No. And don't get me wrong. Sí hay un chingo que would work really hard. Though. They work really hard. Their problem was getting there on time or even getting there. But when they were there, they kicked ass.
Well, I think the only reason I lasted so long, porque I understand the late thing, and if you take a job and they say start at 8, you're committed to that 8. Even like me, that has probably been punctual. I understand that I should be there at 8. Yeah. And I just for the life of me I can't. Pero at some point I lasted long enough because because not only I did the job, I did my job, right? I did my work, even because I wasn't only late, but I never met like their numbers, like their quota that they always wanted you to be at.
Yeah.
I never made that either. But what I always made, and I was almost always under, is like that jobs that came back. My jobs rarely came back.
Yeah, his repeated work never came back.
Like I did the job right, and it rarely came back. A veces agarraba este güey uno or some other one, and you call and you talk shit because you got it back. But my number on that was like, for the whole time there, was like extremely low. Like if not in the top.
You think you lasted long because of that?
Because of that, and because came the bell, como dices tú, 4:30 to go home. I was still out there working with. Mm-hmm. I was out there until like fucking 8, 9 o'clock if I had to with. Yeah. Like if I had a job, I was there and I finished it.
You wouldn't kick it back.
I wouldn't kick it back and come up with an excuse like a lot of dudes say so I can go home.
Yeah.
Or go, oh shit, ¿sabes qué? This is a cable job, and you send it to another department.
Yeah.
So I can go home at fucking 4:30. Yeah. No, I was out there if I had to. If I started that job, I was finishing that job.
And you know what? And like if I was your boss and I saw that and I knew you had a problem with like tardiness or getting there, like
you pick them up.
I would like call you and be like, hey, dude, like I would try to do like my part to help you get there on time. And a lot of times when I would do that, because I actually did do that, I noticed that the person.
Like this didn't happen.
No, I noticed that the person.
I lived with him.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wake up, Fernie. Wake up.
Espérate vos. No. That I've done that before where the person I guess got to that point. I don't know if he was like fuck, this dude actually cares. Like I didn't have to do that no more. Siempre estaba ya a punto, or like he was just like. And because I guess I showed that like hey, I do care because I know you do a good job, and and just being on it like for a week or two, I've never had to do it again. And that person was like boom, boom, boom,
Yeah, because we had good bosses.
We had supervisors that actually worked with him and did all that. That's why they would talk to me because they knew that we were roommates and like
they talked to you and did that.
I'm saying for the life of me, como dices, güey, I'm not made for those jobs.
Fernie, look, the thing with Fernie
is... You're not a morning person.
No, it's not even that. I'm not He's not punctual.
I'm just,
He's not punctual. Si tú le dices, just, hey, esto comienza a las 5... A las 5, he's just getting ready.
I don't know about that way.
Or he's just leaving.
Now he's making assumptions. Right. Pero
now he's just leaving.
But I'm saying
so how are we going to do it for, what is it, Saturdays at 7?
This is your call, dude. This is your call.
No, this is your call.
No.
This is your call. This is my place. That is your call.
No, that was your call. But
at some point.
Here 7?
I hope. But no, at some point, I'm saying that the reason that I learned that they kept me around, because at some point, they literally started giving me all the shit jobs no one wanted. And I didn't complain about it. I didn't go, hey, wait, because I already understood what was happening. So they go, we need this job done, right? Or the ones that were, ¿cómo se llaman?
There were
escalations? Chronics or escalations, like ones that I had one, for example.
Chronic?
No,
yeah,
like chronic, like a customer had the same problem and nobody could fix it.
Yeah.
Or jobs that like I had quite a few where like they'd go fix their line and they'd fix it right, and this dude like golfs with the CEO of the company, and fucking the call would come down from like the executives. Hey, you gotta go fix this shit now. Like we have to fix this shit now. Es compa de aquel way. Those type of jobs me daban, or jobs that were shit, that were literally shit no one wants to do. Y yo me pasaba hours trying to fix them.
Fernie wouldn't complain. There's a lot of great qualities, but one of them is like he's not punctual. That's the only thing. But he'll do the work. He won't bitch. He won't complain. and he does the work. And if there's something that is not fair or there's unreasonable, I guess, request, he'll voice it out. Tampoco se queda callado. But that's the thing. And it's like, so, Fernie, you have, over the years,
either you like him or you don't.
No,
it's not even that.
that.
Like I said, I would tell my supervisors up front. This is what's going to happen. I'll try. I'm going to do my best. But I'm telling you, over the years, I've learned.
Yeah, it's not but I have high hopes.
But I would tell them like you were saying.
Don't have high hopes.
But I would tell them like you were saying. If you have to write me up, don't stress about writing me up. Just write me up. If you have to write me up, write me up. I'm not going to take it personally. I know.
You just walk out there with your paper like.
Oh, and the other thing...
It's not that I wouldn't care. It's not that I care. I just... I can't.
And the other thing, Fernie rarely called out sick. That was the other thing. Mm-hmm. He rarely called out sick. He'll use his personal times or his vacation accordingly. Pero así de que, like, fucking Fridays or Mondays, que the típico, like, I'm not gonna make it. No, that was rare. That's not Fernie.
In our Halle, you had, like, if you're gonna call out sick, there's a number you call. And you see if there's like time available.
Right.
And they'll tell you if there's time available. If not, if you want to take a sick day, then you take a sick day. Pero usually if I comandaba, whatever, if I would call and they tell me there's no time, then I guess I'm fucking going anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm not just going to call out just porque.
So Fernie... So he's like, dude,
you don't have to pitch him, man. I know he's cool,
but that's the only
pitch him, man.
That's the only.
Hey, you're hired, man. You're hired. You're hired.
But it's a big flaw. I know it's a big flaw, güey.
Yeah,
it's a big flaw. I understand.
Nomás jálasela, yeah.
No. Otra vez, güey. Just ya, callo tengo, güey.
Callo tengo.
Fuck. To get them. No, but whatever it is, a lot of people.
There's a lot of Fernie talk today.
No. The thing is, you brought up
but
nobody would have said it. You put yourself there. But,
I brought it up because I was just saying I was wrong. Brought it up because I regret it.
How you doing over there?
This is a model employee over here.
I'm doing good, bro. What's up?
Not much, man. Just waiting for the New Year.
Yeah. It's almost there.
What do you guys have planned for New Year's? New Year's Eve.
New Year's. Well, normally I would have we would have a little shindig at the house, but con el pinche frío and then
white neighbors.
So tomorrow's actually New Year's Eve. So
today. Well, the episode comes out
on New Year's Eve.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
It's like 20 minutes away from midnight.
At this rate, we'll fucking...
It's almost today.
Yeah. So, I'm just going to go have dinner with a brother-in-law. Brother-in-law works at this high-end restaurant in downtown.
Are you guys going to wait till midnight? Or?
Yeah, because he gets off at 11, so we wanted to, be together. So we're going to get the table like around 10:30, so that cuando salga, we could all have dinner and then ring in the New Year together.
What about you?
I'm staying home, dude.
Just gonna chill?
Yeah, I stay home on New Year's.
Oh, yeah?
That's where all the rookies are out drinking and shit.
Yeah.
2020?
What about you?
I'd stay home. We have kids and family. So
no te queda otra.
Tampoco todo está bien caro, güey.
Yeah, any little place fucking charges. Any little bar's gonna charge.
No, it's true. We're my wife and I and a few other couples, we were gonna go to Whittier.
Oh.
They're doing like this rolling 20s New Year's Eve thing. Ticket was like $75. Ya casi, we almost got them. And then at the end of it, we all decided like, hey, let's just meet at somebody's house.
Yeah.
So we're gonna meet up at one of the couples that we hang out with at their house, and we're all doing kind of like a potluck thing, we're bringing something and we're still going to dress up. We're like, hey, well, doesn't mean we don't have to dress up.
Yeah.
So we're all still going to dress up and, hang out and karaoke and,
oh, shit.
Ahí está el mic.
Radio Shack. So we're going to do, so that's our plan for
you got grown
tonight.
Kids, though.
For tonight,
You got grown kids that don't want to spend it with you.
And then we're going to try to convince them to go so they can be our Uber.
Fuck yeah, that's a good move, dude.
Yeah.
Time for payback, way.
all those after school fucking events.
Oh yeah, dude. Because all two of them.
They felt like four. He says
they felt like four. They were in a band in high school all 4 years.
So every Friday nights, and then summer. And then for the Christmas, you gotta take them to the parades and todo eso. No,
they didn't do parades, but all the games. And then the competitions, band competitions.
No way.
So, and my wife did most of the part. She did most of the driving thing. But it's just, they're at that age, 21 and 23 that they want to do stuff with their friends. And I get it. We're all there. At that age, you don't want to hang out with,
the fucking
the parents, But now my older one seems to wants to hang out with us more, because we're cool parents, man.
Yeah, right away.
So it is, man.
Or anda quebrado and he needs a lunch.
Well, no, it's different way because our parents were seños, way. I mean, what were they really into?
Yeah.
You're in the art community. I mean, I think it's a little different.
No, yeah. And then they're like second generation already. So we get, dude. I just tattooed my nephew today, and I was kind of like, man, that's crazy, And I've tattooed some of my son's friends already, so it's kind of funny to see them because like they're friends. Like I knew them since they were like,
the parents must
kids,
fucking love you then.
I've tattooed their friends with their parents.
All right.
Oh shit.
So that's kind of weird too. But it's just kind of weird to see them like you met them when they were kids. And now it's like, I'm tattooing them, and I'm like, man, that's weird.
Así me pasa with Fernie's siblings and cousins, because I remember them, they were little, and now, we're partying together.
Yeah, so it makes you think like, man, you're old. Like for me, like, man, you're old when you're tattooing your son's friends.
Un día eres joven, y al siguiente, you're tattooing.
Más joven.
You're tattooing
más joven y más guapo.
Your kids' friends.
No shit.
Yeah.
So fucking, I think we should be wrapping it up.
No, turn up.
Oh, well, fuck.
Hasta Ramon's gonna say I gotta crack open my libreta.
No, I mean, the libreta went out. I mean, I gave up on it, like, fucking...
When Ramon...
I gave up on it. No, but it was good, though. We had a good one.
We got more episodes.
Yeah.
We do.
And earlier.
we were gonna do in a year. A ver qué pedo con esa libreta, güey. A ver which ones you checked off.
I know.
And not only that, it's recorded. We got video. We got audio.
So now I gotta really
because
stick to it. Focus. That's all it is. It's just being focused and having it like there so you can see it and the distractions. Cut the distractions. That's really what it is, man.
Is it distractions or procrastination or
both, dude?
Yeah.
Both.
Okay.
A little bit of everything.
Oh shit! But I mean, we should end on a good note. I think that's a good one.
Yeah, dude.
The episode was pretty good, way.
No, yeah, but
No, thanks for having me again, man.
No, yeah, it's
so next time I'll just invite myself.
Yeah, maybe.
I have my own mic.
Vamos a llegar ya hasta las sillas as 4.
You can see the throne right here. It's like, wait, what? How do we get rid of him?
You're gonna have to put in for the rent, bro.
4 ways. Fuck yeah.
And you got to deal with the producer.
The producer's kind of cranky sometimes, bro. So
we got bills to
we can't stay late.
Yeah, he's gonna write us up soon.
He's not here today. That's why we're here for 11:30 already.
And
I think it kind of evens out with like with the lighting and then the storage behind the coffin.
Right on. He's gonna charge us for the heater.
Don't forget
the heater.
He's pretty punctual. Don't forget that.
We'll put it up for vote.
Nice, you guys sit in the nice comfy chairs while the producer sits on. I
don't know.
Swiveling.
You were bringing up if these chairs could talk.
I don't know, bro.
Nah, not tampoco.
I don't know, bro. I'm gonna bring my black light next time I come.
Do it.
¿Por qué crees que le
find out what's going on. What's the true?
I'm here alone.
Let's see which one's more stained. We're gonna vote on it.
Yeah, you wear underwear, do you?
No, hell no.
No, I was.
This was good.
They're all good, man. They're all good.
Hey, we'll put that as a cover picture with the little scan.
I don't know what kind of stuff goes on over here, but it seems like the armrest.
You're messing up my pleather, man.
It seems like everything's intact, but the armrests are all scratched up. So I don't know.
That's just a cover, man. If you're sitting on a leg.
Yeah, it is. Oh shit.
Yeah, well.
Fuck.
That's what I said, porque está la telita.
Están descarapelando, dude.
Dispensa.
Aquí Ramón ya se quiere ir.
No, Esteban ya out the door.
Esteban, yeah.
It is late, dude.
Yeah, it's fucking super late.
Not arguing that.
You guys blaming me for it.
No.
Yeah.
Que Esteban ya se quiere ir, dicen.
No, todos, por favor.
All right. So just wanted to say thank you, giving us a year.
Vinci, dale.
Oh.
Hold on. I got something when you're done. That's what I mean.
Oh, okay. Just thank you, Shufflers, for, another year with us. 2019, end of a decade, starting a new one. Love the new listeners, the new followers, the shares, the reaching out to give us information or give us your opinion or whether you like the episode or not or what, the engagement of it. And just, I don't know, I just want to say thank you for giving us a try and keeping us around, Steves?
This is probably my last episode, but I'm still thinking about it, so I'll have the New Year's Day to think about it, so I'll let you guys know.
¿Sigo?
Sigues.
No, pues le quería dar gracias a este Ramón Martínez, new Patreon.
All right, eh?
That'll pay for the heater and the storage that I'll...
No falta lighting.
No falta lighting.
We'll be able to pay Mario bill.
Oh, thanks, man. That's awesome.
Thank you very much. ¿Cómo se llama? ¿Ramón Martínez?
Ramón B. Martínez.
Hey, you know what? Shout out to Dave for ordering all those fucking shirts, man. That was an awesome
West Side Dave.
Toda la familia, güey.
Yeah,
they were all wearing the shirts. And, that was awesome.
Shout out to Dave. Thanks for another year of support.
To their family, to your parents, to your daughter, your sons. Everybody, man. Thank you. And I think his cousin was on that picture, I think. El tío? Well, el tío, I think it was the uncle. Hey, thank you.
And if you guys want to hear a foursome from now on, hey, let us know.
I wouldn't mind splitting the bill 4 ways. I think he thinks podcasting is free.
Hey, well, he said he wanted to be on YouTube, so you already checked one off the list right there.
Done. Check it. Put you next to our 3 videos.
Every week?
Every week.
We'll put you next to our 3 videos. Right?
So, thank you, Shufflers. And with this, we just end the show. End the year, end the decade. Happy New Year. Stay safe.
Ya, cuélgale, cabrón.
Peace.
And a ratos with Daddy.
He doesn't want to say bye.
Se nos acabaron los minutos.
Now you know how we
You're
feel.
on overtime, man.
Ya me callé.
Oh, sorry, güey. Not bad.
Overtime fee now.
Talk to my manager. I need a 15-minute break.
Yeah, my manager said
I need a break. Al ratos with Daddy.